Here we go, here we go, here we go. It's Friday, guys. It's Friday, and I decided to do a live stream. This is a stream where, well, I'm not actually sure what direction we're going to go today. Sometimes I do a live stream, we talk about one particular subject. Today, I'm going to let the conversation be shaped by those who turn up to the live stream. And we can talk about mining, we can talk about news, we can talk about the price of Bitcoin going up this week, we can talk about anything. So if you're watching the stream, please do say hello. Please do drop by and say hello when you're watching. Otherwise, you're just listening to a madman talking about cryptocurrency. So, big news this week. What is the big news this week? Well, I don't think we can do a live stream without talking about the price of Bitcoin. So we saw the price of Bitcoin shoot up this week. I think the actual, if I'll look at the graph more, but the actual price jump seemed to have went up. You know, it was over just a matter of hours that happened, so you can see there. That's the thing with Bitcoin. You know, whenever these things happen, the whales are always pushing money around and all that. And can you see me? No, you can. The whales are always pushing, you know, they're always dictating when things like this happen. I read a lot of conflicting reports as to why this happened. Some people were saying US Tether, people were saying other things. I don't know. I'm never sure who to believe because there's so much news going around. Hi, Chris, all the way from Tucson, Arizona. Hi, Rakesh. Is it, how do you pronounce, what's your full name? RCSSH. Abdul. Hi, Abdul. Welcome to the stream. I'm doing good, mate. Theta. I had a look at Theta. But I've not mined it or anything yet. I've been messing around with some other things. I've not really had a chance to change anything yet, but I'm still on the lookout for some different coins to mine. I'm always on the lookout for some other coins, some new projects. But, you know, as far as new projects go, I've been quite disappointed with them recently, if I'm honest. I think you know that. Hi, Krishna. Where are you from? Where are you guys all from? We've got Tucson, Arizona in the house. Tucson, Arizona. Right. So, copying that wrong. What am I doing here? What am I doing? Right, I'm trying to copy some over. What I'm trying to do is get in the habit of copying over links. So whenever I reference something in the live stream, I'll copy it to the description, so that, you know, if anyone watches it later, they can see what we were referring to. You know, as far as mining returns go, I haven't seen mining profits shoot up, despite the fact that Bitcoin went up. If you look at the top of the tree, I think for most people's setup, and it will depend on what cards you have, but, you know, it's still 8 hash coins at the top. Bitcoin interest, this is another coin I really need to check out more, because this is always at the top of what to mine now. But yeah, 8 hash, 8 hash, 8 hash, 8 hash, 8 hash, 8 hash. There's Zencash in there. That's doing well now. I think the price went up to like $25 or so. I'm bamboozled why Z Classic is still, you know, doing well as well. I'm surprised. I'm not sure what the price of those coins are right now. Zencash is about $25, I believe. Z Classic, what are they sitting at? $8. I can't believe it's that high, if I'm honest. Yeah. India. Ah, nice. A country I've still not been to. I'd love to go. Good one to mine. Yeah, I mean, I think so. By what everyone says, Ethereum Classic is a good coin. It's, yeah. I mean, Ethereum, I consider Ethereum and Ethereum Classic a safe coin to mine. As far as you could, you know, if you're trying new coins to mine and all that, you could always revert back to Ethereum and Ethereum Classic and have it as your backup coin. Feathercoin spiked today. What's that coin, Chris? Is that a new coin? Or is that a... What's that? Don't think I've heard of that. Any relation to Pigeon Coin? With Raven Coin and Pigeon Coin. All the X16R coins are birds of a feather. What are your thoughts with 25% of the Zen coins now locked up on secure nodes and super nodes, priced to go up or down, and is it worth holding on to? It's actually 20%. If you look at their latest white paper, it's 10% to the treasury, 10 to super nodes, 10 to secure nodes. Yeah, I think Zencash is a good project. If they weren't on Equihash 209, I'd probably be mining it right now. I wouldn't mind mining some, but it's still on Equihash 209 right now, I believe. So, you know, if you've got a Z9 or any other ASIC miner for Equihash, that's probably what you'd be wanting to mine. Can you tell us more about it, Rakesh? You're saying New York coin is it worth mining. Can you tell me more? You know, tell me what you know about it. Just because of a lot of people shouting out coins, it's always good to get a better idea of what coins are all about when people refer to them. So Chris is saying Feathercoin spiked today. It's NeoScript. What's the project about? You want me to check out these coins or? Right. I'm going to look at Feathercoin. This isn't a coin that I know much about, if I'm honest. There's a coin market cap, 10 cents. So is this project being picked back up? Because it looks like it was dead for years. Is someone taking over the project? I get the impression that's what's happening. Website 2. What's going on here? Feathercoin Development Foundation, Feathercoin. I mean, this is... I mean, I always find it weird. I'm not sure... I don't know. It's like... See, for these older coins that have been established in the past... you know, as far as projects and that go, I like the idea of some of these new projects being taken over again so that they're salvaged. But I don't know. A part of me just thinks some of these older projects should just die if they've just, you know, if they've not been maintained for a couple of years. Just let them, you know, let them go, and you know, start a new project. But I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm generalizing here. Right. So the price was shooting up there, but I assume that this has been taking over. Yeah, Chris. I mean, I think I'm always a little bit skeptical because I think that when someone takes over an older project, what they're hoping for is that, you know, people who had coins before or people who mined it before will, you know, come back. They can also paint themselves as if they're an established coin. But I would argue that if a coin has been left, you know, and hasn't been developed for 3 or 4 years and then someone picks it up, it is a brand new coin if you start developing it again. You know, they might be taking over the project. They might be, you know, they might have the website. They might still have all the coins in that there. But as far as ideas, as far as where the project goes next, you still have to look at it as if it's a new coin. Rakesh, okay, I did some research on this. It's a Bitcoin fork back in 2011. There was a founder that was linked with the people in the original Bitcoin forums, basically like a Litecoin, but faster and tiny cap. Right, okay, I'll check that out. I'll be honest, I'm not a massive fan of these see, like city coins and country coins and things like that. I reckon we will see more like that, but so here is New York coin, which oh God, I even know what that is in Satoshis. That's nothing basically. Wow, look at that for a pump and dump. That is the definition of a pump and a dump. Rank 484. It's crazy how like there's a coin where it's worth, what's that, 62, what's this, that 62 thousandths of of 1 cent, and it has a market cap of 8 million. Yeah, market cap can be very misleading. Is this on in an exchange? I mean, this is the same as Feathercoin. It's the same, you know, the same criticism as I said before. This looks like a coin that's been there for years, and then they've tried to develop it again. I mean, look at that. You know, it was there years ago, 2014. Then there was some activity, and see that makes me look like that makes me think it's an orchestrated pump and dump or something. I mean, I guess the price of this coin right now, the fact that it peaked at 1 cent. I guess all you need is a tweet or a blog post that they're going to have Mastinos or something to pump it up, and then when they realise it's not happening, it dumps back down. I don't know, but just looking between the lines, looking at, you know, what's that? I'd have to read more into it, but, you know, the graph doesn't inspire confidence, but I guess that doesn't always tell you the full picture. Mr. Kucho is doing some Zero. What's Zero? Can you tell me more about Zero? What algorithm and all that is it on? Is it 1445? Just because you're talking about Bitcoin Gold, and Safecoin. I love Digibyte, Chris. I love it. Fantastic coin. Hi, Maza Ribeiro. Is that correct? I'm good. I'm good, mate. Friday afternoon here, nearly 3 o'clock here in the UK. Rakesh, an original. Okay, so he's talking about New York Coin again. An original Bitcoin developer was also in New York Coin. They're now marketing to New York businesses. Real world use case. You've got 256 million coins. What? That's insane. That's insane. I mean, look at the circulating supply. That's 134,000 million. So what's that? 134 billion. You know, I know billion is, you know, it's got different definitions around the world. But that looks like 134 billion. Dubai coin, is it worth mining? I'm mining it already. Well, if you're mining it, you're going to know much more than I do. So tell us more about the project. Digibyte is the fastest and it's the longest blockchain. Accumulate for the long term. Great project. Try the Digibyte wallet and send coins to another wallet. You will be amazed at the speed. Yeah, I had a couple of $100 worth of Digibyte at one point. The problem I had with Digibyte is that I always end up buying coins with it because every exchange accepts Digibyte. Just about every exchange out there. It's the same as Dogecoin, whatever you call it. And because of that, I always end up, when I see something I want to buy, I always end up trading my Digibyte. That seems insane to me, 135 million. That seems insane. Yeah, the heat in London, it's the same here. It's been raining today. Bizarrely, I'm getting a lot of bees. I don't know if this is because of where I live or if it's because I've got GPUs spinning in my room. But I've been attracting a lot of bees to my room, and a lot of the time they'll buzz about and all that, and I've had a few die. You know, I don't want them to die, but they're coming, and then sometimes they can't get out, and then I find them a few days later. I don't know if that's with the weather in the UK because it was so warm for so long. Thanks, Mr. Kuju. Kocho. I'm not sure how... I say a nightmare trying to pronounce some people's usernames sometimes. Hey Zeno, what do you think of Bytom? Do you think it's worth mining and hodling it? Never heard of it. Well, in fact, that's a lie. I have heard of it. Chances are I've talked about it in a live stream, but I haven't mined it or hodled it or anything like that. I'll have a look. Yeah, I don't imagine your wife be happy with you spreading your eggs all about the house. In winter, you'll be a popular man by keeping the house warm, but in summer it's a different story. Hi Jeffrey, how are you? I've got my webcam there if you did want to jump on the stream, Jeffrey, if there was anything you wanted to talk about. I think I actually plugged my webcam out for some reason, but I could set it up again. It would be 2 minutes to set it up if you wanted to jump on the stream. Am I mining anything other than Safe at the moment? No. I am looking for other coins. The reason I started mining Safe on Hive OS. So I've got 3 rigs doing Safecoin on Hive OS. The returns are actually better just now than they were last week, sorry, because the hash rate is down. So I'm going to look for another coin. What I might do is keep my 1060s on Safecoin, and I'll use my 1080 Ti's, all my 1080 Ti's, to mine something different. So I'm going to split my rigs. Maybe that's the best thing to do moving forward. Jeffrey's still sitting in his boxers, obviously early in the USA. I'm good, Aaron. Good to hear you. Sorry, I'm a bit wheezy. I don't know what's wrong. My breathing's not been the best this week. Mazaribo's mining a chroma. Are you mining to get a masternode for a chroma? See a lot of people mining that. Yeah, I have looked at this before. Who was it said they were mining this? Sorry. Exno Altrax. I don't know what that is a reference to. This is Bytum. Where's it telling me? Give me the lowdown about what this coin is. Give me the lowdown. A new proof of work algorithm that is friendly to AI ASIC chips. So this is an ASIC coin. This is an ASIC mining coin. Okay, Byton will support the public key crypto algorithm SM2 based on elliptic curves 2 and SM3. So it's a SHA-256 derivative. So this is an ASIC mining coin. Is that correct? Am I right in saying that? Without delving deeper at this point. Wow, so Mazaribiro has got 3 masternodes for a chroma. Guten Tag, Norlis. How are you, mate? Good to see you. I've not chatted to you in a week or so. How you been? What are you mining? What are you mining, people? Call me Maza. Yeah, it might be easier for me to call you Maza. Where's that come from? Is that Spanish or Portuguese or something? BlockWolf now has clothes on. He now has clothes on. That's good to hear. If you wanted to jump on, if there's anything you wanted to talk about, let me know. I can get you on Skype. Ah, Braziliano. Where are you from? I only spent 2 weeks or so in Brazil, but I saw Rio, I saw Sao Paulo, and I went to Iguazu Falls as well. Great place, loved it. Expensive, right enough, very expensive. What is going wrong with Bitcoin private, Kev? I've not been following it. I haven't been following the project over the last month, but I think, like, one of the things I pointed, I mean, I don't know if they disagreed with me. It's just, I spoke to people from the Bitcoin private team about this, and I said many times, listen, you're going to have to change a block reward. You're giving 1.56 coins for effectively a new coin with a 21 million market supply. That's ridiculous. It's too low. You need to give people an incentive to mine. And they kept disagreeing, and also said about the coin burn. In their white paper, they talked about how, you know, the vast majority of Bitcoin coins which were getting a 1-to-1 basis as far as the drop. As far as the drop goes, they said they would burn the ones which weren't claimed, but they haven't done so. And when I raised this, they says they weren't going to burn it. So what you have is a coin that has 21 million supply, but theoretically probably only 4.5 million coins in actual circulation, and can only have another 500,000. So basically that means the total supply is only 5 million. I thought that was a major issue. They disagreed. But I also think, that it's an ASIC coin now. They didn't change in time. I mean, the same criticism can go to Zencash. I realise though it is harder to fork a coin when a project is more established, but Bitcoin Private was only a few months old, so I don't see why they didn't. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure. So I haven't been following the community updates and things like that, but my guess is, if I'm honest, a lot of people have just lost faith in the project. I don't know. I've still got my coins. I've not touched them. I should have sold them. I really should have sold them. Knowledge mining Bitcoin Gold. Okay. Goiânia, mid of Brazil. Okay, middle of Brazil. Alright, cool. Okay, BlockWolf, I'll set that up in a second. I'll get the webcam up once I've replied to a few comments here. Hi, Big Tweet, good to see you. Yeah, I raised this with them. In the white paper it says they'll burn them, but then when I raised this issue they said could burn them, and they said it's not a priority right now. I disagree with that. I think it's a major problem with the coin. I really do think it's a major problem with the coin. I think they're making a lot of strides though in a lot of different areas though, so it does have a potential. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring in Jeffrey. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I'm going to attach my other webcam. Right, see if Skype is going to work okay here. Okay, speakers, boom. Just need to do a test call first, and then that seems okay. So I'll bring up Jeffrey's YouTube channel. So Aaron's saying, just if you've never claimed any of your forks, as long as you held Bitcoin, you have the other coins to example clams, Bitcoin Gold, Bitcoin Red, plus many others. I think a project though has to set a time limit with these, with these forks, as far as if you don't claim it by a certain time, then they need to set a date and then say you can't claim it after that. They need to do something like that. So if you hold me with me for 2 seconds, so guys in multitasking, there's a stereotype. Right, I need to just check my video settings. Skype's a pain. Sometimes it always defaults to my other camera. Right, that one seems okay now. So we're good to go. We're good to go. Right, so guys, what I'd like to do is bring on Jeffrey. And you probably saw Jeffrey was sitting in his boxers, but he's now dressed. Anderson, you can rewind the chain block through all the way back to the Genesis block. That is a beautiful blockchain. I mean, that's not something I know too much about, if I'm honest. What would rewinding achieve though? I I'd like to introduce everyone who's watching to Jeffrey. This is Jeffrey from BlockWolf. This is his channel. I'll post a link to his channel. I managed to chat to Jeffrey this week. I did a video for his channel. So he's going to join me in the live stream just now. And if I just call him on Skype, I think you're ready, aren't you, Jeffrey? So let's see if this works. Hey, Jeffrey. Right, guys. So I'll just bring you over. For some reason, right, I need... Why is that not showing? Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
You didn't think this would actually be easy, did you?
Well, basically it worked before, but Skype has done an update which has changed everything, and it's not showing now. The new version of Skype isn't showing you. I think it's still picking up your audio, is it?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Everyone I have my YouTube video on mute now.
Yeah, everyone can hear you, but for some reason, it's not picking up Skype.
I didn't even have to put on gloves. This is what you're telling me.
No. Well, give me 2 seconds to try and see if I can sort this. Right? I'll give you a call back.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
So apologies for that, guys. Skype has completely changed its interface, and for whatever reason, for whatever reason, it's not working now. Basically, the source of the application wasn't working there. So I'm going to try and do it separately. Window capture. Mo was asking everyone there, if you had $1,000, which crypto would you invest in? What do you think, guys? Aaron, rewinding a chain unless gives you all the transactions ever transacted, including the first one, unless a completely new chain is created. The chain cannot be broken. This does. Ah, right, okay. I think I understand what you're saying. Use Google Hangouts. No, it's not that, Mazaribo. It's Skype's working great. It's OBS and how it actually interacts with it. What I'm going to do is close down Skype briefly. I'm going to quit Skype and launch it again. It can be a little bit funny sometimes. OBS can be a little bit funny sometimes as far as the window and that goes, but I think it's because it's a new version. I found this before as well. Different versions of Skype seem to have problems with the way it works with OBS. I don't know, it's something in the background. I had it before. I downloaded a different version of Skype and it all worked again. I've got no idea why. Don't know. Right, I'll try and do that in the background there. Norless says right now when invest in any of them. Perhaps the best thing to do would be to buy $1,000 worth of a Chroma or Zencash and buy a coin which is going to give you some sort of return. I don't know though. Maybe that's everyone's got a different aversion to risk, and everyone's got a different opinion to masternodes. Bytom was designed to be mined by the Antminer B3 ASIC released last April, but its proof of work algorithm called Tensority turns out to be easily mined by NVIDIA GPUs, i.e. 1080 Ti was faster than B3. Ah, okay. So do you think the coin has a future and is worth mining with NVIDIA rigs? Well, that changes the story. That's the thing. I would actually be for. I think more people would support ASIC miners if there was an algorithm that made it a level playing field, whereas, you know, a $1,000 ASIC miner gave the same return as a 1080 Ti, that kind of thing. I think if it was fair like that, we'd maybe see more people supporting it. But I don't know. The thing is, I mean, you could also argue if you've got $1,000 to invest in crypto right now, should you be buying coins because they're low? Should you be buying like an ASIC miner? You know, what should you be buying? I don't know. This is the thing, because a lot of the time I'm not thinking like an investor, because I'm thinking like a miner as far as what coins I want to get and accumulate. I'm sorry, Jeffrey, but for whatever reason, as you can see there, the window isn't showing. Everyone can hear you. If you want to call up, Jeffrey, everyone could hear you. But as far as seeing you, OBS is having problems with this new version of Skype, which is a pain. I didn't know that because I only updated to it the other day. I don't know why it does that. You know, the last version, a previous version of Skype had the same problem. So apologies. I'm sorry. You can get back to your boxes now if I can't get you on screen. All right. Thanks, mate. I'll be able to fix the Skype issue. I just need to look at some alternative ways of doing it. I didn't have it set up in time. So what Zeno was talking about there with Bytum, he's saying that it is an ASIC coin, but they found out that it was designed to be mined by the Antminer B3, the ASIC mining machine B3, but its proof of work algorithm called Tensority can easily be mined by NVIDIA GPUs. A 1080 Ti was faster than the B3. Have any of you guys mined this coin? Have any of you guys did any, you know, any kind of mining for it? Have you bought the coin? I do like that. I do like the fact that, you know, I think many coins perhaps should review that situation, because the big thing in the GPU mining world right now is the fact that you're making your coin ASIC resistant, but really it should just make it a level playing field. I don't think anyone would have a problem with someone with a Z9 if a Z9 gave the same hash rate, like a Z9 mini gave the same hash rate as a 1080 Ti or something like that. I think what GPU miners wanted, and what the fairest way would be to do it, would be have a level playing field. Because, you know, if you can get the Z9 mini for $600, it can actually do Equihash better than my $15,000 worth of equipment and GPUs. I think that was the big issue. But it's interesting with Bytum that that algorithm allows you to mine better than the ASIC miner in comparison. That's annoying me with Skype now. That's very annoying. It does that. So, I'm going to jump over. I haven't read news yet. I've not been reading any news. I'm just going to quickly get through and see what's happening on Cryptocurrency on Reddit. There's always that. I have a love-hate relationship with this subreddit, because sometimes there's some great things, other times it's just garbage and, you know, people posting stuff that's irrelevant to me. Bitcoin roars to life after summer lull. Wall Street Journal. Gold chart versus Bitcoin chart. I'm not the best in the world as far as comparing Bitcoin and prices going up and down and drawing graphs and comparing it to gold, etc. I saw some people talk about this to say that the growth, you know, some people were saying that the growth this week with Bitcoin's price was partly due to US Tether, partly due to gold, partly due to some other things happening, maybe some bullish things. I always think someone's manipulating something. UK begins research on law reform to use of blockchain smart contracts. Interesting. Hi, King Tigraines. Sherman, so the crypto has been slamming the US Congressman Sherman so hard. Inspired by A. Pompolino, dear Congressman Brad Sherman, Bitcoin and crypto are only used to fund tax evasion, narcotics, and terrorism. Try telling that to small businesses with a global customer base. No $25 international transfer fee, no 10% spread, no 14-day wait. 100% agree with that. 100% agree. What happened there? Did the stream go down for a second or something? Everyone's saying we are back. It's back. What's going on? There's something happening and I was talking away and I didn't know. Brad Sherman is a bank-paid anti-crypto shill. Yeah, there does seem to be a lot of stories about this. Okay, this is not really giving me any news. I do find that, you know, over time, a lot of the same stories just pop up and it gets harder to find any kind of relevant information or any relevant news. For me, I would like to see a channel which actually posted news as far as this coin is adding a new feature, this coin is doing that. But, you know, it's just kind of like pictures. Look, you know, you get this all the time in this subreddit. Hey, look, someone is accepting Bitcoin. Like, yay. But I'd actually prefer to see actual news. Like here, Dash adds 80 plus ATMs. Total is now over 400 worldwide. That to me is relevant. That's bullish. That's good what they're doing. That's the kind of news I want to see rather than, you know, kind of silly pictures and tweets. Anyway, jump over from that. I went offline for 10 seconds. Not to point any fingers at anyone, but I believe that's YouTube's fault because I didn't see any problems with the stream health. No problems with my connection. I'm going to blame YouTube on this one. Well, thanks for hanging around. It must have been just a temporary issue with... Where's my... Here's the real thing I'm shilling for Nollis. That's what it's like, Jeffrey. You know, they get so excited about cryptocurrency being used somewhere, and it's like, I realise, you know, that's a good thing, but just uploading pictures about, hey, I looked, my local bakery is accepting Litecoin. Right, okay. You know, this is what we should be seeing. What was the thing we tried the other day? What was the thing we tried the other day, Jeffrey? Was it Google Chat or something we tried? Don't know if that would work. Would that work here? In theory that could work. Check hardly difficult channel. What's that? What's the actual R subreddit address? What's the subreddit address for that? I'll check that out. Hardly difficult channel. Google Hangout. Was it Hangout we used? I wasn't sure if it was Google Hangout or... Because a few other things is like things like Duo and Google Chat and... Yeah. Google Hangout, in my opinion, used to be a lot better. I don't think... Am I logged in here? Nah, Google Hangouts isn't going to work either. Because it's only allowing me my default microphone, as in the one built into some random webcam. Yeah, MCT has been going up. I was talking about this in the Safecoin Discord. I can't believe how much is going up, especially as the fact that I sold my coins. Was it being pumped at one point, like artificially? Was someone trying to pump the coins to sell some? Because I saw the price was going up from like 2,800 sats, then it was like 3,000, then I'm up to like 4,500, 5,000. Yeah, I do like what they're trying to do. I like what they're doing with the exchange. It's not the most perfect exchange, but I like it's something different. I like what they're doing. More of an escrow system than anything else. Check Hardly Difficult channel, actual crypto news. Ah, so you're just shilling someone else's YouTube channel. Right, okay. Tone Vase use Zoom for what it's worth. They used to be Hangout extensions. Ah, no problem. Sorry I couldn't get that arranged. Skype, the new version of Skype is a pain. In fact, have I got different versions? No, it's the desktop app I've got. The new version of Skype is blocking some things for whatever reason, and OBS isn't working with it, but I will find a solution for it. I'll just need to figure it out. I logged on thinking this was all good to go. Try WebEx. The thing is, Skype has always worked great in the past. This is more of an issue. This isn't an issue with Skype. This is an issue with OBS. And really what I need is some sort of Skype OBS, some sort of Skype OBS plugin or something like that. I do appreciate the suggestions though, guys. Chaos Apprentice, I pay taxes on every check every week. I pay taxes when I bought the GPUs. I pay taxes on the electricity. Sorry if I don't feel like paying out on the coins I mine. You already ding me 3 times. Not to mention you're paying tax for any other products that you buy. Food, water, anything like that, you're paying tax as well. Hi Hugh, good to see you. If it goes under 5 cents, I might actually pick up a couple more masternodes just in case it rockets in price. Is that, you talk about MCT, or you talk about a Chroma? I'll check that out, Stephen. I'll check that out. If Skype works, I'll just use Skype, just because most people have it installed anyway. But we could have listened to the audio there from Jeffrey, but not the video. Is it just me, or so many of these things start well, then get progressively more shy as time goes on? They get more and more bloated and collapse under their own weight. Are you talking about the video apps? Jeffrey just shared this. Kev sold MCT, pump it. It does feel that way. Like me and my friend were talking about that, how there's been a couple of times where as soon as we sold a coin it's pumped, and as soon as we buy a coin it's dropped. I was saying this to my friend though, because we were talking about MCT, and at the time we were comparing the price of Safecoin compared to MCT and all that. And I remember at the time, MCT at the time had problems with their exchange, and they were still tweaking. There were lots of bugs. They had problems with withdrawing money and all that. Safecoin was reducing their block rewards, so it was going to be a higher cost to mine Safecoin. And they had other things coming in the horizon, other coins in exchange, masternodes and all that. So we're like, surely Safecoin is going to go up more than MCT right now. But it hasn't. And that's not a criticism on Safecoin or MCT. I think both of them are good projects. It's just the way things go. I've made a lot of calls wrong in the past as far as when I've been buying and selling coins. But at the end of the day, you can't spend too much sweating over these, because when you sell a coin, there's always a risk that it will go up. When you buy a coin, there's always a risk it goes down. But all you can do when you're buying or selling a coin is use the information that you have there and then, you know. And sometimes you do get drawn into the marketing as far as they're going to add this feature soon, and then the reality is that they can't implement it and things like that. But I try not to sweat it too much as far as, you know, oh no, I've lost money, you know, because you can't think that way, or you'd end up, you know, going crazy. Hugh, the best thing about Skype is you can call foreign numbers for a flat rate monthly sub. Always fun to call into the crazy American talk shows. Yeah, that's true. Given the amount of tax that the super rich managed to avoid, I lose no sleep at the idea of not paying an amount on my crypto. Yes, I agree. I'm not justifying, you know, not paying tax or anything like that. But, I mean, you look at it in the UK as well. For those of you not in the UK, we had a lot of programs on like Channel 4 and all these other TV shows, which were basically ridiculing poor people. I know you get them in America as well, where they show you the bailiffs, they show you the police turning up to take people's goods because they're poor, and they have to evict them from their house or take their products away, take things they've bought on the credit card and all that. And they're evicting them out their house, and they turn up with a camera crew. Like, why aren't they doing that with Starbucks or McDonald's or Apple or any other of these massive companies that should be paying hundreds of billions, you know, of pounds collectively in tax? But they're not. They want, you know, the lower class to kind of fight over each other. So yeah, I can't understand that. I can't understand that thinking, Nollis. I was talking about so much. So iTunes, can you guys ever remember iTunes being good? I honestly can't remember iTunes ever being good software, ever. Like, I remember trying it when it first came out. I remember comparing it to Drag and Drop, and comparing it even to Zune as well. And I've never thought it was good. I've always thought it was, you know, overcomplicated, and the syncing system never works right. There's so many things that mess up. It's just not a simple way to manage music. Knowledge, when you got all the tax due from Vodafone, Amazon, etc., then come to me for my share of profits. Yeah, 100% agree. I think I want to buy the A9Z Master for it. Is it a good idea at this time to mine Zcash? Zcash is probably going to be added to Coinbase, so yes. See you later on, Jeffrey. Thanks, mate. We'll get something sorted out for the next live stream. As far as the A9Z Master, this isn't, I've not tested it yet, but I saw some people on my last live stream, and they were talking about how they had some rejected shares, and it couldn't be overclocked either. So you could say that the best thing to do is to, you know, Bitmain is more reliable because it can be overclocked. It's cheaper to buy as well. I don't know. The Four Horsemen, never heard of that. Yeah, but this is the problem with the BBC, and you know, all even the ones that you think are good, they always control the narrative. They're creating a storyline. It's like reality TV's programs. They're scripted. You know, it's ridiculous. Here's a rant, guys. Here's a rant. I was watching Guardians of the Galaxy. I caught the end of it last night, volume 2. And at the end, there's a joke that they gave someone the Zune, right? The Microsoft Zune. And I've saw this in Big Bang Theory and a few other TV shows where they mock the Zune as an example of something that was bad or it was poor. I own the Zune. I bought it at launch. I got it imported. I was living in New Zealand, and I imported it from the USA to New Zealand. And I can tell you, someone who's used, you know, an Apple phone and used iTunes and all that, the Zune was absolutely awesome. It had like higher bit rates. It had a beautiful, gorgeous screen. It had a nice, beautiful display. Very easy to use. Very easy to sync music. Wasn't as expensive as an iPod either. It was an absolute fantastic device. And for some reason, history has painted it as if it was this joke of a product, when it wasn't actually the case. It's kind of bizarre how history, you know, they kind of shape what a product or, you know, what something was actually like. The Zune was, honestly, it was tremendous. I gave it to my little brother, and he was still using it 10 years later. It was, and I've used iPod with the spin dial and all that kind of things as well. Hi Gary, like all Apple stuff, it sucks. Made for profit, no customer. The profits that Apple make is ridiculous. And one of the problems that Apple's got actually is like their cash reserves. They've got too many cash reserves, and that's why they're sending them through Ireland and all that. Back to mining. Yes, back to mining. Have you tried the Ether enlargement pool for your 1080 Ti's? Not yet, Chris. Not yet. This is something I want to try at one point. The enlargement pool only works with DDRX5, I believe, isn't it? I noticed on Hive OS has got an option where you can just click and it will apply the enlargement pool. So if I put my 1080 Ti's on Hive OS, then I could add it easily. Or I could just do it manually. You know, it wouldn't be hard for me to do that. Yeah, Hugh, I could check it out. I could check that out later. There's always you have to remember as well, you know, you guys may know I've got another YouTube channel that focuses on technology, and I swear to God, I've reviewed certain things and then I've looked at the reviews online, and a lot of these tech YouTube channels, they're not so much as now, they're getting better, but a few years ago especially, they were all Apple centric. What I mean by that is they would review an Android product, and I'm like, I'd switch from an Apple iPhone 4 to an Android phone, and they were reviewing it and going, oh, it doesn't have this, it doesn't have this, it doesn't have this. But when they do an Apple review, they weren't pointing out what the Apple couldn't do and what it could, you know, in comparison to an Android phone. All the reviews were very biased like that, and there has been folks come out and say that they were paid to do positive reviews. Obviously, wear my tinfoil hat and all that, but anyway, I'm going off topic again. What are you getting tomorrow, Chris? What are you saying? It works with cards. They're just not letting it. I need to try the enlargement pool thing. I could actually try it right now if you guys want me to try it out. See how it got on. Right now, if I jump over here, my Awesome Miner account now is looking a little bit dry right now because I've only got these rigs now are now on Hive OS. These are all on Hive OS, and this one's recording. So all my 1080 Ti's, they're the only ones going through Awesome Miner right now. So I could, as a test, try ETH enlargement pool. Only thing is, am I set up in pools for? I'm trying to think if I'm set up on any Ethereum pools. Remind me, guys. Remind me. With Ethereum, what's important? Is it memory? You need to have high memory, don't you? Because the reason I'm saying this is I've optimized. There's another bee in. The bees keep coming in. God damn it, bees! Why do you keep coming into my house? I'm gonna have to open that window now. The bees keep coming in and then getting trapped. Need to try and save the bees. Mining Pool Hub. I'm not using Mining Pool Hub anymore. Kev's deserted the good ship. Awesome Miner for SS Hive or SS Hive. Yes, I've become a traitor. I'm quite liking Hive OS as far as uptime and not dealing with Windows, etc. I must say though, I don't know if it's the latest version of EWBF 0.4 or I don't know if it's Hive OS, but my hash rates seem lower. Have any of you guys installed EWBF 0.4, the latest one? Or maybe I'm on the older version of it. I need to log into the terminal and check that. But my hash rates do seem lower on Hive OS. I'm not talking a huge amount, but a couple of sols here or there. It does seem a little bit lower. I don't know why it is though. So what version is that using? Yeah, memory. That's it, because I mined Ethereum for a few months, and at the time I'd optimized all my GPUs for Ethereum and I tweaked them for Ethereum. But then I switched to other coins and I changed my GPU settings. Right now I've got my 1080 Ti set up at, you know, it's kind of like, what are we sitting at here? Let's see if I can check this. 60%, and I've got the memory at minus 502. I could change that, of course. How did you save 600 watts with Hive OS, Mazabiro? Could you not just set up your rigs in the same way? So, right. So this is the Ethereum enlargement pool, isn't it? This is the one you're talking about. This is the one, Chris, isn't it? No, the pool won't work with those cards. It only works with GDDRX5, so it's your 1080s and your 1080 Ti's. Hi, see ya. Good to see you. Right, so order your prescription today. And download. Is that that's the correct file then? Chris, is that the correct file? That's the right one. What I might do is I'll maybe change over to Ethereum. I'm going to change over to Ethereum just now on Awesome Miner. Right, okay. Thanks, Chris. I'll save that on. Hopefully, Firefox doesn't do anything silly with that. Save the file. So if I jump back, Chris, if I jump back and I show you Awesome Miner, I just switched to Ethermine there, but my GPUs aren't set up correctly. I've got them way low. Actually, the hash rate isn't too bad. I mean, what should it be for 1080 Ti's? I've got those at, what have I got them at? I've got them at 60% power, minus 502 clock. So the settings are pretty low. You can see that there. Look at my watts. I've got it down at 165 watts, 170. And look at the temperature, really low. But I could get that up to 31, 32, but then obviously not as efficient. So I don't mind just keeping it on that at that rate. So view raw. Right, for whatever reason, right, I'll go over to Chrome here and try and download the file. I don't know what's going on there. Right, download. So what's the idea, Chris? I just install it on my in my other rig. Right, guys, so here's a test. We're going to do a live test here. I could end up messing up, but look at my hash rate just now. Look at my hash rate just now. I'm getting 29, 29, 29. I'm not going to change the GPU settings just now, just so that we can see, relatively speaking. I'm getting 146 in total. Right, so this is a good test, Chris. Thanks for the suggestion. So, what I'm going to do now is run the enlargement pool on that rig. And it says, you guys can't see this, but it says enlargement pools are currently being served. Please keep this window open and we'll continue dosing your cards as needed. Right. So, I show you Awesome Miner again. And look at that. It's went up already. So, now it's jumping up. You can see it jumping up, guys. Look at it launching in. Look at it going up. Can you see that? So this is after enlargement pool has been installed. Look at that. So it's going up. I'm not seeing any rejected shares or anything like that. Still getting accepted shares. You guys see that? Can you guys see that in the stream? Up at 180 now. It's going up. If looking at mines, it's saying speed for right. Okay. So Chris, what would you? It should go up to 45 plus. Well, remember I've only got it 60% power and I've got the memory down. Do you think it'd be worth changing those settings? I could show you what I'm talking about in a second. In fact, I'll show you that just now. So, here's my settings. See here in the middle here. Power 60%. I've got 150 Hz for the core clock. Minus 502. And then the speed is, well, it's on a custom fan curve. So it's going up and it's going up. I'm at 39. It's climbing up. It's climbing up. Yeah, it's going up. I'll need to check. I'll need to check what that level's out at before I start. Maybe that's what I should do. Increase memory OC. What I'd like to do, see ya, because obviously I know that what the memory's set up at just now. I want that to level out. I want that to level out. I want it to get to wherever it's going to go because it's still going up and it's still going up. If you look at it, it's still going up and up and up. It's going up and up and up. So, what I want to do is wait for that to level out. So once that's leveled out, then we can tweak it. Then we can change the memory clock, and then we can see conclusively whether it is making a massive difference. I'm sure it will, but hi Fred, good to see you. Yeah, no, unless you just install it next year. I don't know. I think I downloaded the wrong file last time I used it. Yeah, it's now. I'm now getting over 40 per card, which is pretty good. You can see that there. It's going up. What I want to do is wait for it to get to that 45, 46 one. Yeah, Richard, that's what we're testing right now. We're testing enlargement pool, and it's not for me. I probably should have done a dedicated video for this, guys, but hey, it's an interesting an interesting thing to do live on a stream. Once that levels out, guys, I'll change the GPU, right? Once it levels out, I want it to level out first so that we can see what difference we're actually getting from the actual from the GPU settings changing, rather than the enlargement pool, which is kind of just settling. But what I could probably do is, because this is taking an average, right? So, okay, guys, how about this, right? We're going to stop the miner. So was it 40 there? And I'm going to start it again. Let's see what we get here. Oh, Chris, you didn't have to do that. I do appreciate it, but honestly, you didn't have to do that, Chris. Many thanks. You didn't have to do that. Honestly, guys, I'm not looking, you know, for tips like that. I do appreciate it, but, you know, I'll make money through other ways. Shilling crap coins. No, I'm joking. Right, guys, so this will be more accurate because before it was taking the average, I should have done this before. Before it was taking the average, it was taking the average from, you know, previously what I was mining. So let's see what we get here. Sitting here, it's going up to 40 or so, right? What I could actually do, right, here's what I should do actually, guys. See if I can do this. Right. Oh, thanks, Mazabiro. Didn't have to do that. Many thanks. Thanks, guys. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'll try and set this up, right? So what I'm going to do is hopefully we can see... Okay, what's going on here? 41 is kind of leveling out at that, right? So I should be okay to change some things on the fly, right? Thanks, guys. That was really kind of you. What I'm going to do, right? I'm going to set up another window, and I'm going to show you the rig. I'm going to show you the rig. I probably should have showed you that before. Fred, YouTube takes 25% of super chat donations. I wasn't even aware of that. Yeah, I'm shilling Volvic all the time. So it seems to be leveling out, guys. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a new window and I'm going to show you my rig. So see if I can get this. Aha! So there's my rig. I'm using TeamViewer. So I'm going to, what I need to do actually, if I show you that, so this is my rig. So I'll put this here, and I'll put awesome miner over here. I'll make it a little bit smaller so you guys can see me, but you should still be able to see all the numbers. Can you still see all the numbers? So I'll make this window bigger for you guys. Hopefully, can I make that? No, I can't with MSI Afterburner. So as far as the enlargement pool thing, guys, right? This is it here. And when you click on it, that's what it says. It says ETH enlargement pools are currently being served. Please keep this window open. We'll continue dosing your cards as needed. And then that's the actual window that I'm getting from B Miner. So I've got MSI Afterburner there, and you can see my settings. Can you guys see that? Okay. When shares in Volvic, I'd like that. Clash with RDX, I've got 30 GPUs. Give me a second, guys. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to transform the window. Transform. Right, so here's what I need to do. Crop left. Look at this, eh? The magic of live editing. The magic of live editing. Look at that. Magnificent, isn't it? Right, not as much. Less than that. Right. I'll crop it a little bit to the left as well. A little bit at the top, maybe. Look at that. That's some fantastic cropping. What do you think, guys? Now I can make this window bigger for you guys. Right. Now we're cooking. That's some amazing live transforming. Look at this, eh? Looks like I've actually did this before. Right. So So we can see here where I'm sitting at, right? And it seems to have leveled out at 41, right? You can see fine on mobile. That's good. Thanks, guys. Thanks. Yeah, can talk. Thanks, Richard. No, I've not been approached to go on a live crypto channel. No. You know, to be honest, I'm focused on building my YouTube channel at the moment. Right, so I'm going to go. In fact, I've got a old school overclocking settings. Look at that. Old school overclocking settings. So this is the sort of thing I mess about with when I'm trying out settings. Memory, I should, because these are quite good GPUs. I should be able to get up to. What do you think? What do you think I'll get up to? Maybe about 450, 500 in the memory clock. I think that should be okay. I'm going to leave the core clock as it is, right? So I'm going to have to put the power up. What do you think? I don't want to. Do you think I could put the? Could I? In fact, let's do that first, right? What do you think? What do you want me to try first? We'll try putting the power up and see if it makes a difference, or we'll put the memory clock up. What do you think? How do you think I should do this GPU tweak? What do you think is the best way for me to tweak this right now? As far as power up, right? What do you think up to? What? We'll go up in stages, or I'll just put it up to like 100 to see what the difference is. And I'll keep all the rest of the settings there. More power. So Ken, thanks Ken. Ken's running 75 power, plus 100 core, plus 600 memory. You can go 600 memory. Right, okay. Power 70, 100 core memory. Right. What I'm going to do though, do you want me to just put it to 100, right? So here's a test, right? So if you look at Awesome Miner, right, what are we sitting at? We're sitting at 205. 205 collectively, about 41, right? No, they're 1080 Ti's. So I'll get 5 on there just now. I've got one 1080 Ti in my computer right now that's turned off. But I'm saying, let's say 41 on the current settings here, right? 41, do you agree with that? I can probably put a little bit more tweaking there. There we go. That's some fantastic cropping. That's some fantastic cropping, guys. There we go. So I can make that window a little bit bigger for you guys so you can see it. Right, that's a little bit better, isn't it? Right, not 100, 75. Right, so what I'm going to do first, right, guys, I'm going to stop it, right? I'm going to stop it so that the average in that isn't taken. So, for reference, I'll write it down right now. Total for 5 1080 Ti's. So we're talking here. Say 205, 41 per card. Right? That's at 60% power. Right, so I'm going to stop it, then I'm going to put it to 75%. So let's see if we get any difference, right? So it's 60, let's go to 75. I'm going to keep the memory there just now, just so that it's consistent. You know, I don't want to, you know, change one thing at a time. Let that kick in. And now I'm going to start up again. So that's that started up again. You can see the settings there. So let's see what we get. Let's see what we get here, guys. So it's just starting up. It's actually starting and stopping. You guys see that? For whatever reason, something's going on here. Yeah, there's a problem there. I don't know. You guys seen that before? That's strange. I didn't think I'd run into any problems by actually increasing the power. That's bizarre. Fatal. Do you see that fatal CUDA error? Do you guys see that there? Fatal CUDA error. Core is too high. Is that it? The core is too high. Right. Okay. So what do you think I need to do here? Dial down the core. Right. Okay. So I'm going to lower the core down to 100. Kind of weird how it was okay before, but I assume it wasn't even reaching that. Minus core. I have my core. Right. So what do you think? I'll put it 0. Right. Let's put it 0. Let's put it 0. Right. And then we'll see if this makes a difference. This is good, guys, because I'm learning a lot from this myself. So, is this working? Right, we're cooking with gas now. Just clear that. So, let's see what we get here. So, effectively what I've done is I've pushed the power from 60% to 75%. I've dropped the core from 150 plus 150 down to 0. I'm going to do the memory clock. I'm going to do the memory clock in a second, Chris. I'm just curious as to what this changes, because you know this is what I've done in my other tests as well. Because if you do too many things at the one time, power and fans and all these different things, it's hard for you to see what actually made the difference. So just from my own test, it'd be good for me to see how much difference the memory clock is. Whenever I do GPU tweaking, I see what people say. You should do this, you should do that. But I always test it myself, just in case. You know, sometimes people just regurgitate what other people have said. But right now, if you look at the watts, I've jumped from 165 watts up to 200. But I'm actually getting a little bit less than what I was getting before. No problem, quantify it. I'd be happy to do this more often, actually, to test things like that. I think that's a good idea to do in live streams. You test an algorithm and then you tweak the GPUs. Right, so memory is the only thing that matters. Right, do you want me to go from put your vote in, guys. I'm actually getting less now than I was before. Despite putting, I'm burning up more electricity. Not a huge amount, but I'm burning more electricity. Like an extra, 50 watts per card, an extra 250 watts, and I'm actually making less. And this does illustrate the importance of tweaking your GPUs. So, I'm currently at minus 502. What do you want me to do? Do you want me to jump right up to 450, 500, 600, or do I just go to 0 first and we'll go up in stages? What do you think? Let me know, guys. Find the sweet spot on memory for Ethereum. Yeah, you can get memory higher on 1060s. With my 1080 Ti's, I kind of overclocked already, so there's not too much. I can't go that high in these ones because they're already quite high. If you look at it, my memory is already at, what am I at here? 2000. Right, Chris is saying 300 start. Kumas is saying 500. I'm going to quickly jump to the toilet. Let me know what you think, guys. I'll try this in a second. We can go up in increments if you want. Good suggestion about this, Chris. Thanks for suggesting this. Right, so Nate is saying 100 at a time. The sweet spot is 600 to 800 for a 1080 Ti. Just to point out, Nate, in fact, hold on. So, just to, explain what we've got here. bring this down. Right. This is the card that I'm using to overclock. Now, this is overclocked edition, right? So what this means is it's pretty overclocked out the box. And I've seen people with GPUs that aren't as good as this, and they've said, well, I've added plus 700 or plus 800, and I can't do that. I can't do that because these ones are already overclocked pretty high out of the box. But it just means that instead of going to, maybe if someone's just got a regular, like a dual fan GPU, a dual fan 1080 Ti, maybe they can go to plus 600, 700, but I don't have to go because out of the box it's already, you know, pretty high. His studio needs a good old clean. I get this all the time, mate. I get it all the time. Right, guys. What I'd like to, right? I'm going to go up in stages. I think for me anyway, I think this will be the best way for me to do this. Right. So what I'm going to do. Oops, I'm showing the wrong screen there. There. So what I'm going to do is, firstly, remove the clock. Right. I'm going to remove the clock. So we're basically jumping up to 75%, taking that all away. Didn't do anything. So I'm going to stop mining just for a second. I'm going to just remove the negative memory clock. So effectively, I'm adding 502. So I've removed the minus 502 that I'd set up for Equihash 1445. And then I'm going to start it again. Remember, before we had 205 total, and we had 41 per card, you know, average. Oh, why is that? You see that there? All right. I was like, where's my other GPUs there? Where's my other GPUs? So I've got 0 memory here. 0 memory. I've got 0 core as well. 0 memory, 0 core. And look at that, guys. Look at that. Right, I don't know why this Scott guy come in. I don't know what you're talking about, Scottcoin. Stop shilling, stuff like that. Right, so what we're seeing here, I've went up from 41 per card up to 44 already. 44, maybe just about 45. So I've got another 15 on the hash rate. Yep. So, right, what do you think, guys? Should I put 100 to the core, or we'll leave the core? What do you think? We've jumped up from around 205. It's gone up to about 222. What do you think? Put the core up 100, or we'll just leave the core just now? Before I do the steps in memory. I should be able to hit 52 to 55. 50 core, 100 memory. 100. Right, so let's try that. I'll try 50 and 100, and then we can try 100 and 200. See how we're going with that. Right, so this is 75 power. 50 core, 100. So we're at about 220 or so, 44 or so per card. I'm going to stop it and start it again. Richard is saying 480 memory, 85% power will be the sweet spot. Let's see what we get. This is good though, because, you know, the thing with tweaking is you can say, you know, it should be this, it should be that, but every GPU, every different type of card you've got, every different card out there is very different. So unless you've got exactly the same 1080 Ti for me, then yeah, unless you've got the exact same card as me, then the settings might be a little bit different. I can show you my fan curve if you want, guys, if you want to see that. Right, so now I'm between 44.5 and about 45. I've went up about 2 or 3 here in the total. So at the total, I'm getting about 2 or 3 more. Right, so I'll stop it again. So we've went up about half. I would say that's about half a mega hash per card there. We've went up. So I'm going to do 100 core. Oh, sorry, that for some reason that's taking that off. 100. Let's go. Why is that going down? What's going on there? What am I doing wrong here? 100. 200. Right, I don't know if I did the settings wrong last time. I'll set up again. Yeah, I think that's what it was. I think I missed. I didn't press the return key last time, so I made a mistake in that last test by the looks of it. But I'll plod along. We'll see how we go with 100 core, 200 memory. Well, the thing is, Nollis, it's all my 1060s that are on HiveOS, and HiveOS actually has Ethereum pool built in. You simply just click, enable Ethereum pool. So yeah, Chris is right. I'm at 100 core, 200 memory, and 75 power. Richard was saying there that I should go up to about 85% power, but we can do that at the end. That's been the biggest jump so far. I'm up to about 46. We're now up to 235 total. Well, it's about 47 now. I'm getting 47 and a half, 47 maybe. It's gone up and down. Right. Furman saying go straight to 400. What do you think, guys? We'll go straight to 400, straight to 600. What will I do here? Ken saying keep the core at 100. Right. Scottish wanker guy, sorry. I'm not going to stand for that. For those who didn't see that, the I Scottish wanker says no Scot is going to be controlled by English wankers. Sorry. I'm honest, I'm embarrassed another Scottish person would come on and start that shit on this channel. Apologise, guys. There's assholes in every country, unfortunately. Yes, 400, right. So I'm going to go to 400, right. And I'll push return this time. Right, so I need to stop this, sorry, before I do that. So we're about 46 and a half, maybe getting to 47 there. I will be turning to you guys for advice during all of this. Yeah, the power's built into it, Norlis. There's an option. Hold on, then I'll show you what I'm talking about. Can I show you here? Let me see. I don't know if I'm logged in here. So, Norlis, if you're watching right now, Norlis, if you look, so this is HiveOS. So this is an NVIDIA card. I've got 175, memory minus 502, 60% of fans, 60 watts for the power limit. See down here, there's an option, oh god, an enlargement pool. And it enables it directly from HiveOS. Really cool feature. I really like that. I've not used it yet. Granted, I've not used it yet, but it is there. Yeah, some troll. Unfortunately, I was messing about with the settings that I couldn't really follow what it was saying. So, I'm now on 100 core, 400 memory. We're up to 48. And if you remember my original settings, what was that? The original settings, was it 205? 205 was my original settings. Well, that's... I'm not want to get into a political debate. There's good people... There's people that vote SNP that aren't racist. There's people that vote Tories that aren't racist. I think you can't put everyone into big groups like that. Anyway... Now you're almost 20 megabytes higher than you had originally. I think I'm about 40. I'm over 40. I started at 205 before I changed any settings. But at 00, yeah, I'm about 20 something, 22 or something like that higher. Right, guys, let's try 600. And worst case scenario, I need to go and reset my my rig. I should be okay at 600, I believe. ETH loves memory. I'm unsure how much I can push this memory wise. I'm unsure how much I can push it until my GPUs explode in a ball of fire. Know what it is about, Sia? It's about just being nice and not being an a-hole to people. There's good people all around the world, and there's a-holes around the world, but calling, you know, someone else a wanker you don't know, I don't want that on my channel. I want everyone to be helping each other, sharing some love. That was a bit too cheesy. Right. Yeah, I just avoid politics. Right, so we're nearly at 50. We're nearly at 50 now. We're pretty much at 50, 49.9. I'm now up to 250, nearly 249 or so mega hashes. Unfortunately, my 1060s aren't Samsung. They are the cheapest one, which is it Hynix or is it Micron? I always get mixed up. Yeah, I don't understand that either. You know. People, I think people like that are an embarrassment to their country. Even people, you know, from England that say the same things to Scottish people. It's an embarrassment. It's 21st century, guys. Right. So here's where we are just now. 75% power, 100 core clock, plus 600 memory, and I'm up to 50. I'm up to 50 mega hashes. Before the enlargement pool, before I did the tweaks, I was at 28, 29. If they're on Micron, put them on Ethereum. No, they might... Hold on. No, I think they're Hynix. Micron's the middle one, isn't it? Micron's the middle one. In fact, I'll tell you right now. Because I think my 1080 Ti is a Micron. So... oh, sorry, I loaded CPU Z rather than GPU Z. They're all too similar. Where's GPU Z? Where are you? There we go. Yeah, my 1060s aren't the best, to be honest. I think they get like 19 or something like that on Ethereum. They aren't the best. My 1080 Ti's are Micron. My 1080 Ti's are Micron, so that means my other ones are Hynix, because I remember they were different. So, what do you think, guys? Do you think I could push this any higher? You think I could push these any higher? Yeah, they're Hynix. They're definitely Hynix. I knew they weren't Samsung, and I knew they were different from my 1080 Ti's. Okay, guys, how do you think I can tweak this further? What do you think I can do? What do you think I can do? Okay, Chaos Apprentice, that's a good one to do as well. That's a good one to do. Chris is saying lower power to 70, increase memory to 700. Right? Here we go, guys. We're going beyond Thunderdome here. So I'm going to stop this for a second. We're at just over 50, approaching 50 and a half, actually. 251 total. I'm going to turn that off for a second. So I'm going to bring the core clock down to 70. Still at 75 power, remember. And I'm going to put the memory up to 700, and hopefully I don't burn anything. I can't remember what I had before with Ethereum, because it's like 6-7 months since I've actually mined with it. Right. So I'll leave. You don't really need to see the window, so I'll leave Afterburner there. Right. Let's see what we get here, guys. Soup Miners saying power 78. So I've got my power usage at 200 watts, 200. It's actually went up a little bit there. I think, yeah, it did go up a little bit from the last time I checked it anyway. Temperatures are still pretty good. I'm getting 51 and a half, maybe 52 now. think that's Ether mine I'm mining to. One active worker. Yes, I'm mining there just now. Right, so what am I getting? I'm up to 255. What did I jump up there, guys? I don't think I jumped up a lot. I think I've only went up a little tiny amount. But, you know, it's all good if it's the same power usage. No core is pointless. So you think I should just take the core down to 0? Chaos, what do you think? Okay, Chris is saying if I take the core to 100 or even 150, you may be able to drop power to 70. Right. This is good, guys. I do appreciate this because I will happily start mining some either Ethereum or perhaps another Ethereum coin like Ethereum Classic. Chris is disagreeing with Chaos as far as it's not necessary. Right, guys. So I'm going to push the core. So I'll push the core to 150, like you said. I'll drop the power to 70. Should I change the memory as well? Should I go to 750? Is that insane? I'll stop that just now. I was getting 51 for that. I'm going to try 750 and blow up my cards. I don't actually know what the limit is on my GPUs as far as memory goes. So what I did there, I reduced the power from 75 to 70. I pushed the core up to 150. I pushed the memory clock up to 750. Seems to be mining okay, no problems there. Right, see what difference we're getting here. Chris, that was a fantastic suggestion. I've now dropped down to 190 watts. That's awesome. That is really awesome. And I'm still sitting around the 51-ish, 258 mega hashes. That's pretty impressive. Should I increase the memory further? That is the question, guys. That is the question. That is the question. Should I put this up even higher? I mean, should I just keep going until my rig switches off and I need to reset it? Is that silly? Or is that what we should be doing here? 850. Let's burn down the rig. Am I better doing baby steps at this point? 800, 850 rather than jumping to 850. I'm pretty impressed with what that's getting, you know, because I'm not really getting any I'm not getting any rejected shares. I'm not having any problems with it going down or anything like that. See, if you look down here, when I first put this on, it was like under £5 per day, it said. And now it's saying £6.50 per day. Which, granted, you know, several months ago I was getting a lot more, but today's rates, that's not too bad. And remember, I've actually got, when I've stopped this stream, I've got a 1080 Ti in this computer that will turn on as well. Temperatures are okay. What I'll do is I'll show you my GPU curve, guys, just, you know, so you guys can see it. So there it's there, and I guess you could call them I don't know why that's That's coming up. Let's block something here. We've got an update for you. Windows as a service is running a normal part of it. We need your help installing this one. Oh, don't start this. Don't start this. No, don't restart. Right, so there's my GPU fan curve, and you could say it's aggressive, but it's actually not too bad because I put this GPU curve in when the temperature, like, and anyone who's from the UK, you probably know what it was like. In the UK, the temperatures have been insane over the last few months, which is a good thing in general, but not when you're mining. So what I've got it is 0. Once you get to 30 degrees, it kind of scales up after 20. I put it 40 RPM, 40%, and then I go to 50 at 40. I go to 70 at 50, and then it's 80 at 60, 90 at 70, and then from 80 onwards, full pelt, 100. No problem, Chris. I really do appreciate you helping me with this. You're going to make me money, no doubt about it. And many thanks for the tip that you really didn't have to do that. I'm the one that should be tipping you. So, right, before you go, let's try 800. So I'm at 256, 51 or so. Or should we try 850? Is that insane? Let's go for it. 850. Let's see if my GPUs explode. Let's see. 70% power. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, I do appreciate it, Chris. I can't stress that enough because I will start mining 8hash now. Right, at 850, we're having problems. We're having problems here. It's having some problems here. It's not working. So, oh, MSI Afterburner has decided to die. Right, 850 was a bit too much. So, what I need to do, load this bad boy back up. Hopefully it's not reset. In fact, it will reset the settings. But it's okay, we can remember the settings. No problems there. MSI Afterburner, come on, load up. Show me some love. Oh dear. It's been unresponsive. Right, I'm going to check Task Manager just in case there's any problems in there. Where's the processes? This could be a restart, guys. This could be a restart. So I'm up to 850 here, but my computer is going a little bit silly now. The Task Manager isn't even responding. So I remember the settings. It was 70 power, 150 core, and that was 850 for the memory clock. And it has, by the looks of it, yeah, my computer it's kind of dying now. Yeah, it's froze. That is that looks like I need to reset that. The connection is lost. No wonder. Yep. I need to actually go and manually reset this. Right, I'll come back 2 seconds. I'll reset this. Well, on a positive note, at least my GPU rigs are close to me. So, hash rates will increase a bit after restart. Try 70, 150, 777. Why 777, Chris? You've piqued my interest. Have you got the same cards as me? Or, you know, I think, could I not get to 800, do you think? Or is that pushing it a bit much? What do you think? So, is this loading up? Wind blows indeed. Lucy Sevens. I just saw your comment there, Gary. Dial up until you see smoke, then dial it back one. Yeah. I mean, I wasn't far off it there. Right. So I might actually have to manually attach the monitor to it as well, instead of using TeamViewer. So I might have to do that as well, guys. I might have to actually attach the HDMI cable. Oh, no. Here we go. Pop back up. Come on. Windows has just been slow. Right, so right, guys, we're nearly there. We're nearly there. For some reason, Afterburner's been a little bit silly. Load up. Oh, for God's sake. Windows, what are you doing? There we go. Here we go. Right. So, if I show you my TeamViewer window. There. So, what I'm going to do... I don't know if you can see... I'm going to load the enlargement pool. You just double click the exe file and it will load up that. So there's the enlargement pool, all good to go. Right, so before 70, core clock 150, memory clock. I'm going to go for 800. Is that okay, guys? What do you think? Hopefully we get some movement with that. So obviously there's no problems yet. I haven't actually did anything. I've not changed anything yet. But if I show my awesome miner, right, you guys ready? You guys ready for this? I'm just jumping ahead to 800. It could be a mistake, but let's see if I can do this. So I'm going to get any accepted shares. That seems okay, actually. That seems good. 800, guys. 800 seems good. Stop. Stop gaze, please. Yeah, you're getting banned. Yeah. PC Enthusiastic just received an email from HashFlare. They just ended my mining contract. Whoa, that's disappointing. What did they say? Right, guys. So, I'm now up to about 51.5, 52. For the benefit of Ali, this is my 1060 rigs. They're all on Hive OS. It's just one rig I've got on Awesome Miner. Chris is... I didn't know you were still here, Chris. I didn't know you were still here. Right, so I'm on plus 800 now. I'm nearly at 51, 52. I'm at 52 nearly. 100 and... You know, look at this one here, actually. This one here, for some reason, was down at 158 watts. So I'm around 190 watts, roughly. 195. And I'm getting, collectively, 200... Nearly 260 mega hashes. What do you think I should do at this point, then? A little bit more? A little bit more memory? Or do you think, should I be dialing back the core clock? The reason is, Nollis, is because I'm still paying for my monthly Awesome Miner fee, but I need to cancel that. But the first the first 3 rigs on Hive OS are 100% free to use. When you add the 4th rig, it's $12 per month. And in this climate, when we're making like $20 per day at the most, well, that's what I'm making. Yeah, every little counts. So I'm going to cancel my Awesome Miner. I don't need the remote cloud. I don't really use it anymore. So Chris is saying to you to back off power to 67. So let's try that. I'm nearly at 260 here. Nearly 52 per card. What I'm going to do is drop the core. Are you talking... Sorry, are you talking... Oh, power you're talking about? Right, sorry. I thought you meant core. So 67. 67. Let's see if anything explodes this time. YouTube exclusive. Kev abandons Awesome Miner. I know. The thing is, Awesome Miner is exploring Linux options, so you might be able to use Awesome Miner soon on Hive OS or something like that. So that'd be quite cool. Chris, you're absolutely awesome. I wouldn't even have stop race mixing, please. Well, as someone who's going out with someone who's a different race, you can get to fuck. That's disgusting. That's absolutely disgusting, saying things like that. It's pathetic, that's what it is. Right. I actually need to bring some of you guys on as moderators to stop people like that. No problem, Mazza. Thanks for watching. Yeah, I know. They're down at the bottom of the gene pool. BTC mining continues being unprofitable. In light of what we'd like to inform you that we are forced to start disabling SHA hardware and today stop mining service. That's disgusting, PC enthusiasts. Well, hopefully you get some sort of pro rata refund then. You get a pro rata refund up until what you're using now. Ali, yes, I'm using there it's there. There's the enlargement pool. So Chris's suggestion there was awesome. I'm now down to under 190 watts, about 185 watts. But what I would say, I have dropped my hash rate by about 5. So I probably dropped 50 watts, but I've dropped my hash rate down by 5. What do you think? I don't think that's a bad trade-off. No need to apologise. Last time you saw me at 600 memory. Well, you can see where I am now. I'm sitting at 800 memory. 67 power. You know what? I mean, I could maybe even get to 65 power. Yeah, clearly they don't know what evolution is all about. And they are the reasons that cousins shouldn't marry. Stop abortion. Right. What the hell is going on with these idiots? Right. Is anyone... Nollis, I hope you don't mind. I've just added you as a moderator. Right. So that's right now. I'm sorry, guys. I've given the keys to the kingdom to Norlis. We're left at his control now. So I don't know if did you see that there, guys? It just stopped. It just stopped. So I'm definitely close to the sweet spot. Yeah. So that doesn't seem as stable. And obviously, if I'm running my rigs long term, I want to make sure that my rigs are stable. So what do you think the thing is to do now? You go up to 70% power. That was at 67% power. 70, I think it was okay. 67 was okay. I was dropping my watts. But look. Right, so I'm going to load up MSI Afterburner. Hopefully I don't have to reset my rig. Hopefully not. Sorry if I missed any comments, guys, when I've been messing around with this. Obviously, it's hard to keep track of all the comments. Terry's saying, Kev, might sound silly, but I found core wasn't as important. But I found after getting memory to sweet spot of around 5,750-ish, upping core then gave me hash boost to hit the magical 55 hash. So what's your settings at, Terry? What's like your 3 settings? I'm going to restart my rig again just in case there's any kind of problems, because it was being unresponsive there. What the hell is going on with these people attacking the... I don't know if that's software. It must be software. Richard is saying 800 memory is too high. Now, this is where it becomes a little bit of tweaking, because I think it's trying to get we're getting very close to what could be the sweet spot. So I really do appreciate all you guys for giving me advice on this. I think that, you know, like I'm at 800 power, I was at 70 memory, I was at plus 150 core, and everything was working okay. So the question is, will I finish my question? I'm loading this up. Right. I'm trying to get MSI Afterburner loaded again. Don't know why TeamViewer always changes the resolution again. Right. There we go. The question is, should I dial back the memory from 800, or should I increase the power so that it's stable again? What do you think, guys? Sorry, Nollis, I'm giving you some work here. It's kind of ridiculous that people come on and do that. Why? No, the kind of weird thing is, why would they target, you know, like a generic white guy for this kind of talk? Increase the power, right? Hi, Aussie. GPU speed equals 40. So the core clock and the memory clock have reset. Power needs to be 70 to 75. Yeah, the I don't know. Yeah, you're right. What's going on with the memory clock there? The core clock and that. Oh, it's because it's not being used. Sorry, that's why I'm not using it for anything. Right. So before I had it 150, I had it at 800, and that was fairly stable. When we took it down to 67 watts, I reduced my power. I reduced it. I think I probably across the board I maybe took off like 10, maybe 15 watts. But should I reduce the power or should I reduce the memory? What do you think? Do you think it's the memory causing the issue? No, let's tell you what, Kev, if you're getting this amount of crap at the moment, there need to be about 100 of us before long. Yeah, that is a problem. YouTube, this is why a few people have said to me, they've said, why do you moderate your comments? Every single time when I publish a video now, I get about 20 different spam links. And if I don't manually remove those, they're all published in the comment area. So, yeah. Chris, you'll burn electricity if you increase power. Then you need to think about hash watt. No, Big Tweaker, I don't have any other. In fact, I can probably show you this just now. Right, so let me stand up. Right, guys. So there's the rig. See the top ones there? The ones at the top there. The ones at the top. That's rig 4. And see that fan? I basically use it as an exhaust, but I never have it switched on when it's cool, and I never have it switched on when I'm recording. But those are the 5 1080 Ti's. Sorry guys, you're getting a bit of the cock shot there. I probably could have used a different camera to show you, but that was the easiest way for me to show you that. Right. Slight increase in core. Okay, so Chris, sorry to go back to what you're saying there. What do you think I should change it to now? So I'll bring the windows back up. I'm sitting at 150. Do you think increasing the core to 200 and keeping power at 70 would that improve things? Yeah. Actually, the room is really cool. Actually, the room is really cool right now. It's, you know, it's a nice temperature. I could probably wear a tracksuit top or something. Right. So I'll just the temperature, the setup I've got just now. What I'm going to do is start mining. So just to have a stable hash rate that we can build upon. So so you can see my power setting there, guys. And if you look at, I know it's not as clear, that the number's a little bit smaller, but if you look at Awesome Miner, you should be able to see that I'm getting, I'm trying to approach that 260 mark. I'm at 51, 52. So the question is now, you know, people are saying you can get up to 55. Terry B, read my last comments. All right. Okay, sorry, Terry. Getting lost in the mix. I'm off in tangents here. I'm trying to fix my camera again as well. I must admit, I love this webcam. I've ordered another one. Spending more money. Right, Nola said, this was on a super jet stream, 70% power. I found the more I increased, start up to 700 memory, 50 core, then up memory by 10. I found then hash would go down, then upping core again would increase its hash. Weird. So memory. So memory by 10, then core probably see a drop, then increase core again, it will increase, rinse, repeat. As I say, it's weird. So do you think I should put the core up to 200? Sorry, Norlis. I can remove you as a moderator if it's a pain in the ass. So what do you think, guys? Do you think I should put the core up to 200, or do you think that will cause problems? Should I dial the memory back a little bit? Hi, Scott. Good to see you. What I am doing, if I show you here in the background, is I've installed the enlargement pool, ETH enlargement pool, not enlargement pool, the ETH enlargement pool. And what this does is give you a better Ethereum hash rate. So there's a lot of people who mine Ethereum who are watching the stream, and they're giving me advice as to how I should tweak my GPUs. So what we've been doing is changing the power rating, changing the memory rating, changing the core clock, and we're looking at how this changes my hash rates, whether I get more from my cards. And you can see from the Awesome Miner box in the window there, I'm getting around just under 260 mega hashes total. Seems stable. Temperatures seem okay. I'm around 195 watts. And I'm getting about 51, 52 mega hashes. I reckon, no, Nollis, I reckon it's bots. I reckon it's bots. Ali, GPU 251.96. Ali, you're doing it on Linux, aren't you? You're doing it on Linux. Is that correct? Trying to get this down. Sit properly. Sit properly. There we go. That's a little bit better, actually. You can see me a little bit better. So Ali is doing it at the same time, and he's getting about 52.86. Is that what you're getting there? 53. You're doing quite well as well. That's the max, right? Well, I'm definitely approaching my max. Should I try, like Terry was saying there, Terry's saying there, no, start at like 50 core and 700 memory. Right, I'll try that. So 70, so I'm going to drop it all the way down. But we know that 150, 800 works. So I'm going to go to 50, 700. We're about 260 just now, 52. Let's see what dropping to 50, 700 does. So let's see what we get with this. Right. So we'll look at the awesome miner window. This is what we're looking at. Look at the total hash rate, and then look at this, you know, the hash rate down here. So, you know, we'll let it settle a little bit, because it always kind of settles a little bit the first couple of minutes. Okay, Richard, I don't actually have Discord on just now. I can load it up. Is it something you want me to share in the stream? I can, you know, share it if it's something you want me to share. So right now, 195 or 190 watts maybe. I'm getting 255, but my hash rate has been down about 1, I would say. I think, well, we're definitely getting more at plus 50 and 700. I don't have a Discord channel yet, Gary. It's something people keep asking me about. I was reluctant to add it first simply because of time, as far as managing the channel, as far as spammers all the time and moderating and all that. But I've probably got enough people who follow my channel now who could help out with it. Shelby, I think it's software. I don't tweak them too much, Scott. What I do is I tweak things and I test things when I change to a different algorithm, because then when you want to change it to how things, change it to try and optimize your GPU. Previously, my 1080 Ti's were mining Equihash 1445, which isn't optimized for Equihash. So I was modifying it there. I was using the ETH enlargement pool. Juan Carlos, what do you think of Vega 56 at $489? I'm not sure, actually. I've not been following the GPU prices too much. Going by what the prices were 6 months ago, it sounds like a bargain. But is anyone here an AMD miner that could answer Juan Carlos for me? Right, so Terry, raise memory, then core. Right, okay. So I'll just go up smaller increments. 725, and then I'll restart. I should have just clicked restart, actually. Thanks, Scott. Yeah, that's the thing. You obviously want it stable. You don't want anything to make your rigs go down, or no, you don't want rejected shares. You don't want your rigs to go down any time. So I jumped there. I'm now at 50 core, 725 memory, and 70 power. Aussie just got a Vega 64 for 600 Australian dollars. He's saying that $489 is a bit too much. So I'm getting about 51 or so there. 256, 257 total. One fact, it's going up a little bit. 258. It's kind of interesting though that my power's up, but I'm getting more. I'm getting about the same, not too much less with the memory clock at 725 as I did before. This is kind of supporting what Terry was saying there, with you move it up a little bit at a time. €500 for a 1070 Ti. I think at this point I would be leaning towards buying one second hand. Right, what I'm going to do is put it up to 75 memory. 75 core clock, sorry. So 75 core clock. So let's restart this. We'll restart this and we'll see what we get. So, what are we getting here? 255, 258. It's jumped up there. You kept it running while I was increasing your clocks. Right, okay. It was just, the reason I've been restarting it is just so that you can see when you stop and when you start, what the, you know, it kind of clears the average as far as the speed goes in Awesome Miner. Although it does say 5 seconds, so that should show it when you do increase. Yeah, no, this is super easy to install. Really is easy. You won't have any problems with it. When I mean, the first time I was like checking the installation page, when I set up my second and third rig on Hive OS, I had them set up. You know, the hardest thing is flashing the image. That's the most time consuming thing. Once you've actually plugged it in, it's seconds. You just have to change your boot priority. So I'm going to increase the memory clock again, 750. Let's see if this changes anything. But yeah, right now, once you've actually installed it, everything is configured through the browser. And that is one good thing about it. I do think, though, looking at it, I think my hash rates are, I'm getting a couple of sols less. I do feel that. But I could always put them on Ethereum or put them on something else. I could do that as well. Or I could pick another coin and maybe it's better on different algorithms. I don't know. It might just be that miner. It's not too bad. The way that I'm doing it is, the way that I'm handling it, Norlis, and I'm sure you'll be doing the same thing, is that set up one wallet, one overclocking profile, and get it up and running. Then what you can do is when you want to change a pool, copy things over from Awesome Miner. That's the way that I'm going to be doing it. I'm still be using Awesome Miner on my main PC regardless. For me, Awesome Miner is always going to remain the place where I test pools and test things that are working and all that. So going back to here, I'm at 750 now, the core clock. And I'm over that 260 mark. Terry, I think you're 100% correct here. I think, oh, it's reset it. Oh, I'm getting bad things. Right, I'm going to stop. It's reset. This normally what happens then at this point. Normally at this point, this is when MSI Afterburner crashes. So I was getting a good speed there, but then it crashed. So what do I do? Do I dial it down? This is weird because why would I have to dial it down when I know that 150 core and 800 memory works? Maybe I just need to restart and see if it does it again. Hopefully my rigs don't crash. Did you tweak the OC? Are you talking about for Hive OS? You have to increase, I think, while it's running. Right. MSI Afterburner died. See, that's bizarre to me. That's bizarre that a lower core clock caused that there. That caused the problem there. Hopefully I don't have to reset my rig again. So I need to stop that just now. I need to get MSI Afterburner working again. This is what you have to do when you're tweaking something. It's not the most fun thing to do. It will be software knowledge. There'll be people who can actually target other people's YouTube channels and target it. My message will help you. All right, okay. Right, I'll need to load up Discord and see what you said. Are you okay for me to share the information that you posted there? I'm going to restart my rig again just because MSI Afterburner isn't working. Right. Right, so Richard just sent me a message. Are you okay for me to share this? You okay for me to share this message? Right, okay. Right, Richard was saying GPUs have a standard base clock and with standard base clock and with GPU boost 3.0 they have a boost clock speed. Just using these numbers as an example, let's say a 1080 Ti has a base core clock of 1900 and a boost core clock of 2000. If the GPU stays below 70 degrees, the boosts will remain at 2000 with 100% power. When overclocking and reducing power, the base clock speed is 1800 plus the overclock and boost clock is 2000 plus the overclock. When you start to reduce the power, it takes effect on the base clock and boost clock. So at 80% power, instead of the base clock being 1800, it will be more like 1600 and the boost will be 1800. Then applying overclocks with 80% power, the base clock will be 1600 plus, the overclock and boost clock will be 1800 plus. You'll have the same target limit with 100% power and 80% power. If your overclock limit is 2100 and your boost core clock speed is 2000, you'll only be able to apply 100 core overclock at 100 power. Whereas at 80% power, your boost clock speed will be 800, giving you a 300 overclockable limit. Hope this helps. That's good. Are you okay for me to share that? I could post that here. Do you need to have a monitor for Hive? You can have it for the initial kind of setting it up, and then after that you don't need one. You really don't need one. Right, so what do you think, Richard? Do you think I should put the power up from 70%? Do you think that is the main issue here? You think the main concern here is that the power was too low at 70%? Do you want me to post it? Is it okay if I post that there? I should hopefully be able to post that. Just copy and paste. Thanks, Richard. So, I should have just done this before. This is what Richard sent me. So, I've just posted... Oh, I'm trying to share it. Oh, no. It's saying it's got a 200 character limit, and I just posted 1,000 characters. So, I need to break this up. So, let me see. Right, I need to break this up. Right, so I'm going to post. Right, so I'm going to post this now. I cannot take credit for this. This is all Richard, and I'm posting it bit by bit because of YouTube's silly character limit. I guess it's there for a reason. Oh, I need to break that up. I need to break that up. That's amazing how much you need to break up a comment like that. Ali's saying what I do is keep the power normal and then keep the cards running and then dial the numbers down. Okay, what I'll do. Right, so yeah, I mean, this is the thing. I mean, I don't know how reliable that is. The hash rates as far as what Awesome Miner is showing, I don't know. I mean, I'm using Ethermine, and Ethermine is admittedly very slow with their stats. They're very slow with their stats, so I don't even know how reliable they are. So I'm going to change that later. But at the moment, I'm just testing things anyway, so it's not I can change pools and stuff like that later. So Rich is saying I need to find my target limits at 100% power. So you think I should set it back to 100%? What do you think? I can change this. Right. %100% power. Right, okay. So I'm going to put 100 power. What other settings do you recommend? What do you think I can get here? Before I had 150 clock and 800 memory. Do you think that's something I can build upon? Thanks, Nollis. Thanks for the medal. Keep the power normal and keep the cards hashing. Right, okay. No, just simply because I was like trying to get it to the level that I'd be mining with as far as power. GPU boost 3.0 will boost over target limits. Right, so I'll go back to 150 and 800 and we'll see what happens with that. 100% power. Now, obviously, the power rating is going to be a lot higher here. What do you think I should go to next, Richard? As far as... I mean, I could actually try a different miner. What mining applications? Oh, that's stopping as well. Why is that stopping? Right, so that I'm having problems with that. I'll maybe try a different miner. Maybe that's a problem here. That could be a problem here. What, you're using Phoenix Miner. Right, Phoenix Miner. Right, okay. Phoenix Miner 3.0C. Right, let's try this. Hopefully this works. Phoenix Miner. I might be able to see the hash rates better here as well. CUDA error. What was that? CUDA error. What was it saying there? I missed that. I was getting an error. In fact, what I'll do, I'll dial it down. I'll dial down the settings first. I'll go down to 700 or something. Say that just now. Right, let's see if I can get this. Let's see if we can get this here. Right, I've got some accepted shares. That's a good sign. Have I? Nah, I'm getting errors with that. I don't know if that's the miner. What other applications does everyone else use as far as what miner? Other options are Claymore's dual Ethereum miner. That's what I used to use all the time. Dual Ethereum miner. Maybe that's what I should use. You enabled full remote management. What the hell is going on? Ah, right, okay, right. I wonder what the error message was at the top. Come on, give us something. Give us something. So here's the settings again. And it's failing. I don't know why see, I don't know if that's a Windows thing that's messing up some. I used to always use dual miner. What other options do I have here? B miner. B miner is what I was using before. There's also excavator. I'm just going to try something different. Right, that's not. That was giving me an error. Right, so that's giving me a virus error. Right, I have to go back to BB miner until I figure out what's going on there. I don't know why those weren't working. Ah, in fact, hold on. Right. Right, so this should be stable. Kev, it's taking your memory to 6,200. Right. What? Right, so this is going back to what you're saying with the clock. Right, okay. Because, right, I'm starting to understand it more now. Yeah, because what you're saying is I was boosting it before, but because it wasn't 100%, now it's at 100%. So what do you think I should dial it down to, like 600 or so? I'll drop it down to 150, 600. And then we'll take it from there. What do you think? Its name is Windows, yes. Windows is a pain. Right, it's doing it again. What am I doing here? Why is... I don't know why. I'm going to have to drop the memory right down. This is what I was talking about with my GPUs. Because they're so overclocked out of the box. Hold on, Richard. Hold on. So, I'll find the settings for you. So, where is it out the box? What is it out the box? Where's the actual default kind of overclocking settings? Does it tell you here? I don't know if it does tell you here as far as the box work. Right, hold on now. I'll find it online. I'm forgetting I've got a browser in front of me. Right. Asus Strix OC 1080 Ti. Right. Just to help us with this, right. Okay, so Richard, here we are. So this is the one I've got. I believe it is this one, isn't it? The OC. Yeah, you can see it's the same box. OC mode GPU boost clock. So the base clock is 1594. The boost clock up to 1708. The GPU boost clock is 1683. Base clock is 1569. So that's what I was saying before. Like out of the box, this is quite an overclocked GPU. So what you were saying before, that now that I'm at 100% memory, like at 70%, I can put in a higher overclock, but 100% I can't because the higher overclock has been applied. So I'll copy this into the comment area for you, Richard, if that helps. In fact, I'll post a link to that page in case there's any other information there. I think this is an interesting subject though, because it just shows you how much of a pain in the ass it can be to find your sweet spot sometimes. But there's so many Ethereum coins now. If you look at what to mine and you look at the top of the page, 8 hash, 8 hash, 8 hash, 8 hash, 1 equihash there, 8 hash, 8 hash, 8 hash, 8 hash, 8 hash, another equihash. So the vast majority of the top coins to mine right now, as far as, you know, a daily profits point of view, they all seem to be Ethereum based. All GDR 5x boosts are wrong. You should always start with default settings and boost to max. It's worth pointing out that they do have like an overclock setting and all that as well, if I had to use the official ASICs thing. In fact, I've got them written down here. So I actually wrote down, this was ages ago, but the actual, when you put it into what they call OC mode, they put the GPU clock to +25 and they put the memory clock to +90. So it's a lot lower. And that's, so do you want me to put it to the what they call OC mode and then see what we get from that? So what they're saying is +25 and +90, 100% power again. And I'll show you the screens again. So +90 for the memory, +25. This is what they call overclock mode, OC mode. So this is what their official OC mode is. This is what perhaps a lot of gamers set it at when they enable overclocking. You know, if they're not manually doing it. So there's the base and boost. So I'm at 2025, 5084 for the memory. Look at how much lower I'm down to 45 there because I don't have the memory up high. You stated the power reduced that you should have been 100 when you started boosting. Well, I was getting about 260 or so. Started the put. Am I understanding that right? You should always start with the default settings, but you stated you started with the power reduced that you should have been at 100 when you started boosting. Ah, right, okay, right. Yeah, I started tweaking things when it wasn't 100%. The reason I did that initially is because I was showing the comparison to what it was before using my previous settings. Right. All my cropping has been wasted. Right, that's a little bit better. So, really at this point then, I should be increasing the memory, correct? So I can put the memory up to, what, 200? See what I get? Base and memory have caps or target limits. Right, okay. So what I'll do, if I can find this. Aces, Strix, OC. Quick question, guys. Does the ETH enlargement pool, whatever you call it, does that change what you can do with your overclocking settings as far as you can push it more or you have to dial it back? Right, I just found an interesting blog post. I'll share it down below. This is one of the first results I had when Rich was talking about his, the memory caps, etc. So this is older. And someone says power save and overclock hash rate 36.7, full power and overclock hash rate 37.7. It looks like he's got the same card as me. That's good. Only alters the times in the memory. Okay. So in theory, if I follow this guy's advice, I should get closer to the ideal settings. So he's got there the stock clocks there, 34. Overclocking 100% power limit. So he's got power limit 100 plus core 1493. So is he taking the core down? Oh no, he's just left the core at 0. Right, so I'm going to leave the core at 0. And I will change the memory clock to plus 550. So that is at 100%. So if I jump back here, what are we getting here? An awesome miner. So it's going up, as you would expect. I'm sitting at 250 watts, so obviously this isn't the most ideal. I'd like to get back down to about 180, 190. So that was, I mean, I'll go back to in a second. It's going back up. It's leveling out. It's going up to about 49 just now. Ethereum mining, overclocking 100% power limit. Down here he's got 75% power limit. And he's got the core at 0. He's got the memory plus 150. And he's got the hash rate there, 36.72. I think that's what he had in the title. 36.7. Where's he got that? So he's saying that 50% you're losing a huge amount of hash rate. 75 he's getting up to 36.72, which is, yeah, that's what he's quoted at the top. And that's using plus 75% power, 0 core, plus 550 memory. So Carl Sorprenti's got the same cards. Okay, that's good. Well, hopefully you can help me and I can help you. Going back here, it looks like, I mean, this is the thing. I was getting better hash rates earlier with it's going back up. That's the thing. It's saying here 5 seconds here, but the average isn't over 5. That's why I was restarting it before. So it's still going up. I'll leave it at that just now to see where it sits. It looks like I'm going to be over 250 with that. But I was closer to 260 before with 70, 150, and 800. Relatively, I realised that's probably what I wasn't getting at, but I was getting more hash rate and I was getting it at 185, 190 sols. Mega hashes, sorry. I'm so used to saying sols because I've been mining Equihash. Right. So where's this sitting at? What's it sitting at? Right, so it's still climbing up over time. Now, what that guy was suggesting was that if you dial it down to 75% from this, you're dropping the watts down, but you're really not losing a lot of hash rate. What settings did you have, Chaos, or Chaos, as far as them getting to 54? What was your settings? Kirk Solar, according to Oh God, a girl memory, for 5994 to get 55 megahash, not worth it. You have to add 100 plus power. I still think, so far, what I had earlier still seems to be the best as far as what I've had as far as hash rate goes. If you look at this here, this is trailing down. And even if I drop that down to 75, you know, obviously it's the same settings, I'm going to get less. Chaos Apprentice had minus 100 core, plus 600 memory, and power 70. And you've got the same cards as me, don't you? The exact same cards. ASIC Strix OC. Is that correct? KG Digital Services, 550 memory, 175 core, 75 power, 47 megahash. Yeah, that's a little bit lower. That's what I'm getting just now. I'm not getting as much as I had earlier. Right, so I'm gonna I'll try yours out, Chaos. We've got the same ones. So you said that you're having so I'm gonna go for 70 power, minus 100 core, and 600 memory. So you've tried these and you got to 54. If I can get to that, I would be very happy. I'm dropping my watts down. Richard, MSI and FK 1080 Ti, 55 per 1080 Ti, 85% power, 50 core, 550 memory. I mean, that's the thing. If I increase power up to 85%, maybe I would get that. Maybe I would get that. So this is plus 100 and plus 600. That's 70% power. It's going up. It's going up. So I'm getting, it's still going up. I'm at 51, 52. Now, interestingly, I was at plus 150 and plus 800, which seems overkill, I think, plus 800. Because it seems to be giving me the same rate down at 600. I'm at 257, it's still going up. Yeah, I remember that, Richard. I know, and this is the thing, because these are overclocked out of the box, even their base core speed is already higher than... I've seen other people and they've overclocked their cards and it's still lower than my base speed because they've got a cheaper card. What I could also do is mine it in Ethereum on my 1060s and see if I can get that. But I'll do that a separate video, or I could do it another day. Hi, it's just Zero. Good to see you. So those settings that Chaos suggested there actually seem quite good. As far as I'm down at 190 watts, I'm at the 260 mark and it's still going up. So I think I am approaching the sweet spot, and this is kind of what I had before. It's interesting that at plus 150 and plus 800, I'm getting the same hash rate. In fact, I was getting less than what I'm getting just now. So Chaos, you seem to have skipped ahead. To be honest, at that hash rate, I'm pretty happy, because as far as the hash rate I'm getting for the electricity, is pretty impressive. I know, that's the thing, and I might give my 1060s a try on Ethereum again, and try yet hash coins, and if I do that, then I need to do the overclocking again with the 1060s, or at least try to do it, but I don't know. I'm going to mess about with some stuff tonight, and I'm going to mess around with it. I think Chaos' suggestion does seem to be the best one so far. I'm sitting, I mean, it's still going up. I'm sitting at 261. It's going up and up and up. Unfortunately, B miner is shown there. 52, 52, 52. Chaos, have you tried lowering your power limit at these settings and bringing it down to 67 or something like that? Have you tried that? Kirk Solar uses nice hash. Uses nice hash 63 power limit plus 460 core and 49.5 megahash, rock solid, and have an auto switch. Runs Lyra 2 Rev 2. Evka's Black Edition. Yeah, Ethereum doesn't work with it, but my 1060s were always okay as far as, you know, hash rate wise. They always seemed okay. Right, so what I'm going to try, see how this affects. It's hovering around, it's going up and down. What I'm going to try is bring this down. Now I'm going to try 67. Let's see if this works. So I'm going to drop the power down. It's going to reduce my electricity costs. And what am I dropping down to? Hopefully this stays stable. Seems pretty stable. I'm down about 185 watts. Running pretty cool as well. That seems too bad. That doesn't seem too bad. I'm going to drop it further, guys. 65 power. Let's see this. Electricity-wise, that's a good power rating. So I'm under 180 watts now. I'm at 175, 176, 177 watts. So far, no rejected shares. But how's my hash rate? Still sitting at 260. I'm tempted to keep going down now. I'm tempted to keep going down until I get close to this this sweet spot, because lower power is always good. What do you think, guys? Take it down to 60? Is that too much? Could I cause a glitch in the matrix? It seems pretty stable at 65. I really should be going down in baby steps, but I want to try 60. Brought the power down to about 165 watts. I've dropped it down. My hash rate's went down a tiny amount there. I've dropped about 4, 5. It's gone down a little bit. It's dropping down a little bit, down to 255. But I'm down. I've dropped my power rating, so I'm really reducing my power. It's gone down a little bit though. I'm overclocking 1080 Ti's. So, I mean, this raises the question of sols per card, etc. So what was that before? It's 65. I think it was about 175 watts. It's still going down. I think maybe I need to boost it up a little bit just from a hash rate point of view. What am I getting here? I'm getting... So right now, per card, I'm getting, what's that, about 50 average. So I think I'm down to 165 watts average, but I've dropped my total down quite a bit as well. Yeah, that's definitely too hot for 1060s. I'm going to put it back up to 65 just to see how that compares. I'm also going to try 650 memory to see if it makes a difference. Let's see if I can crash my computer again. OC your core if it goes up. Your memory clock has stayed at 5602, but your core clock is falling when you turn down your power. Right, so Let's try this. I'm just messing around with it now just to see how it goes. I'm up to about 175, 180 watts. I reckon I could overclock that a little bit more. So overclocking the core up to 150. I'm just curious as what it's doing. And this is the thing, guys. You do reach a point, you kind of reach a plateau where you're just going over the same numbers again and again. Turbo Chain, minus 200 power, 65. No, minus 200 for core, 65 for power, 775 or 776 for memory. That's what Chris was saying earlier about the 777. I mean, I still think minus 100 and 600 seem to be giving me a better hash rate. Or is that climbing up? So I'm at plus 150 just now. I don't think the core is doing too much. So I've got my base rate there. 1708. So I'm up at 5. The scale goes up to 750 there. Go back and forth. Does the minus 200 help? Turbo Chain, does that help? So I'm going to try minus 200 and plus 700. Oh, sorry, minus 200. So I'm just trying different suggestions here. Yeah, no, listen, it looks like the software is away. Thanks for your help, mate. I really do appreciate it. Unfortunately, we got attacked by some bots. So, what Turbo Chain suggested there was minus 200 plus, well, he's saying plus 775, but 65 power. And I'm getting, what's that, about 50, 51? About 50, 51 or so. Thanks, Nollis. Right, so it's going up now, 254. And if you go back, remember, guys, I was on, what was on again? I was at 70 plus 150 plus 800 earlier. The core clock doesn't seem to be making much difference. I've got the core clock down at 1468 now. 1468. Such a game of trial and error. What's your base? In fact, I'll check that. Right. So, Shane's card. Where are your where's the specs? Right, so if you look at the card that I'm trying to tweak right now, The base clock is 1594. The core clock is 1708. And the one that Shane has got, the For the Win 3 thing, FTW3, 1569 up to 1683. So, in theory, mine's is higher. You know, it's higher, like specifications. But, you know, that's not always the case as far as, you know, when you get things and you actually test them. Memory, what's it saying? 11,016. Where's my memory? 11,010. So, in fact, OC mode, 11,100. So, I think mine's is slightly higher than yours as far as specs go. But you're pretty much talking the same thing. Awesome Miner is up at 256 now. So what do you think, guys? Put it up to 750 or something. We'll see what we get. See if I can get closer to like 53, 54. This could crash the matrix. Team 30. Is this crypto talk? Yes, it is. I'm not getting any rejected shares at this setting. My memory clock is up to 5760. And if I look back here, power 177 watts. It's always crazy when you see the difference in watts. That, you know, some GPUs always seem to use like 10 watts more than other ones. There is no spoon, of course. What are you curious about, Litecoin Lucky? Right, so I'm down at about 100. What's about 180 watts average, and I'm trying. Whoa, I'm going up to 257. So earlier on, the highest that I got earlier on, even was at like 100%. I was getting like 260 or so. I think I went up to 263 when I was at 100% and was overclocked. But right now, down to 65% power, I'm getting about 51, 52 per card. About 51 or 2. I'm definitely getting closer to it. So my memory clock is pretty high. Shane was saying it was at 777 almost. I shouldn't have clicked MSI Afterburner. Look what it's done. Oh, MSI Afterburner. Why do you always do that? Wait for the program to respond. See if it responds. No, it doesn't. It's not responding. It's going to crash. It didn't like 777. It liked yeah, do I need to restart this? I'm going to restart the rig. Just, you know, just so that I don't run into any problems. I'm getting close. I need to check the watts and check the overall hash rate. What Shane was suggested here was quite good. Take a one for the team. No, well, this is good because I mean I've been thinking about switching over and doing some Ethereum coins anyway. Total mem speed. It seemed okay at 750. So 750, it was okay. 750 at 65 power, it seemed okay. Everything was working okay. 777, it went haywire. It's amazing though that you can be so close to that threshold and you just kind of, you know, inch forward a little bit more and the whole thing falls down. Here's a question, guys. Are all of you guys mining Ethereum, or are you mining Ethereum Classic, or are you mining like Music Coin or something different? Oh, Ethereum's pumping. That's good. Yeah, the MSIs is the same. No MSIs, ASICs, the ASIC ROG thing, whatever. I don't even have it installed anymore because it's such a pain. TeamViewer always likes to reset the resolution and all that as well. Right. So Furman's still on Safecoin. All my 1060s are still on Safecoin, but I'm going to explore some different options. Gary's on Loki. Fat Man is on Ethereum Classic. Just worry about the memory speed first. Right. So, load everything back up. My rig has started. So, I'm going to bring it down to 65 power. That was very dodgy there. There's a button on Awesome Miner that says reboot computer, and I nearly clicked it there by accident. I crashed out. It was 777 when it comes to memory. Sorry, that's the wrong one. Yeah. So I'm setting up again. Shane's advice has been good so far. I'm going to leave, minus 200 seemed okay. I'll go. It was back at 750. So I'm going to put it back to that. I'm going to click start and we'll see where we are. So I'm using B miner. I don't know why. When I tried the other miners earlier, I think it's a Windows issue, but when I tried the other miners earlier, they weren't working. I don't know why. I really don't know why. But I'm not going to lose sleep over it. I mean, if B miner's working, I'll use B miner. That could be one of the reasons why I can't get to 54 or 55, though. Some miners do give you an extra solid, an extra, mega hash or two. Right. So you can see the base, the core clock, the GPU clock, and you can see the memory clock there. I'm at 5760. And my total, wow, restarting seemed to have helped there. I'm up to 262. Ah, it's dropped down. That was short-lived. My party is over already. It will stay. I think it's going to stabilize at 258 or something again, around that. So 777 crashed it. So am I my sweet spot? Is this the most I'm going to get from these cards? Should I change some things? Remember, I'm only at 65% memory, 65% power, and it's one of those things. I know people are saying I get 54 or 55, but if I need to get push power up to 85% to get 54 or 55, it really isn't worth it, because I'm at watts wise. I'm on what's about 180. So I'm about 180 watts right now, roughly. 180 watts. I could drop that down a little bit more to see what I get. So if I change it to 75 core and then drop down, that's 75 core. Thing is 75, but I've actually added 275, going by what I had earlier. Watts power usage seems about the same. Doesn't seem to make any major difference here, but I'll leave it for a second. Kirk is suggesting 63 power. I'm happy to do that. Try it out. So I'm hovering around the 258 mark, about 51, 52 a card, maybe about 51 and a half I'm getting average. Now let's drop it down to 63 and see what happens. Well, it crashed at 775, I think it crashed at. I can maybe push up to 760 and see what happens. I've just dropped it down to 63 power. And what's it doing? What's it doing? So the total hash rate is staying around 258. So 63 seems okay as far as power goes. 75 core, 63 power. And it seems stable right now. In fact, I've actually increased my hash rate. I don't know how. I've increased it by about 0.9, about 1. Yeah, I'm the same. I prefer it winter now because I'm mining. Right, I'm going to drop it down to 60. We're at 258, 259 there. Let's see what happens if I drop it down to 60. This could crash everything. What is your total memory speed though? Wow, I'm there. There's something happening. Wait, what's your total memory, Turbo? Without the plus, what's your total memory? Like, what does it say? I've got 5760. What does yours say? Right, I've got this at 60% power now, and I've somehow increased it to nearly 260. So dropping the power down is actually helping me. You see that, guys? Can you see that? Is that coming through? I'm down to about 165 watts. I'm up to 260. That's really good. 60% power. 60% power, and I'm getting more than what I was getting at 100. Shane, what do you have with 5778? Right. 5778. So I need to add another 18. So that'd be up to like 768. So I'm going to add 760. But I'm going to remember 750 plus 75, 60 was working very well. So I'm going to go to 760. I'm going to do baby steps. Take it close to your level, Shane. So it's going up a little bit. I don't see if the hash rate is... It seems stable. Seems stable. 262 I'm at now. I'm about 52.5 per card. Will adding another 10 really make that much difference, Shane? Do you think? Another 15? Let's try. Let's go to 770. Right, okay. I wasn't sure how much of a difference it made at that point. So I've got 60% power, 75 core. Do you think reducing the core would help, or doesn't matter? I'm still about 160 watts or so. One of them was at 150 there. Temperatures seem good. 52.5. Oh, I'm up to 263 now. I'm approaching 53 mega hashes. So it's definitely going up. You can see it there that, you know, an awesome miner. This one here is at 53.11. That's 52. So I'm 3 behind you, Shane. Yes, on the pill. You can see that in the background there. Right, so what I'm going to do before I do anything else is take away the core clock from 75. So let's see how much of a difference that makes. I've removed the core clock at 75. So need the pill. That's actually making a difference. That's dropping it down. I lost about, I'm losing my hash rate actually. So that is actually making a difference. So if I go up to plus 100, you can see there it started dropping down. In fact, it's way down to 200. Well, that was dropping like a stone there. That was going way down. So the core clock does seem to make a difference, Shane. It does seem to make a difference. So it's going back up now. Plus 100 core, plus 770 memory, 60 power limit. So my power limit is pretty low. And I should really save that as a profile, just in case I forget it. 25760, is it still going up? Should still be going up. Yep. A little bit slow catching up with it sometimes, but it's weird how it takes a little bit of time. Well, I'm kind of focused on power as well, Shane. So as good as it would be to get to 54, if I could get to 52 and save myself like 15-20 watts per card, I would prefer that. Just because of electricity costs. Relatively, my efficiency is going to be much better. So I don't seem to have any problems with accepted shares or anything like that. Yeah, I'm up to 52 again. So the total hash rate here, and also miner, it's going up to about 260 again. Well, I was at 262 before, but it is going back up. And this is why I was restarting it again. Also, miner seems a little bit slow catching up with it sometimes. I'm sure I probably could get to 54, but I'm trying to get to the sweet spot. Like for me, if I can get to 52 with a low power rating, I'd be very happy. But this is something I will revisit. It's something I need to keep tweaking. But you can see the hash rate is going up and up. That one there seems to be performing well. That one's at 52.76. That one's at 52.93. So those ones are approaching 53. These ones are more at 52. But to be honest, I'm pretty impressed by that. The last time I mined Ethereum and I tweaked all my overclocking settings, I wasn't getting anywhere close to that. My 120mm fan setup, if any. What do you mean? Like the ones in the cards? You talk about the ones on the cards itself. I don't have any other fans in the rig. It's just I've just got the GPU fans. That's it. But I showed you this earlier, but I'll show again. There's my GPU fan curve. So I'm at 262 roughly. Furman just asked, can I lower the power to 57? I am willing to try that. I am willing to try that for the purpose of science and all that. Hopefully my computer won't die, but I've saved this anyway. This is, in fact, I'll save it again in case I've changed it. I've messed up. I pushed the button. God damn it, MSI. This is the weird thing though. Sometimes it'll crash. Sometimes it'll crash when it's running okay. So I'm going to have to restart that again. Oh dear. So I think that though, that is very close to, I think we're getting close to optimal for that card, I think. Turbo Shane though, if you do have those same cards, I'd love to hear what you think about it. I'd love to hear if you can tweak it and get a little bit more. We should get similar performance. The thing is, though, I don't know if, you know, if you've got 5 different GPUs in your rig, you might have one that can handle these higher settings and you might have one that isn't. Oh, thanks, Gary. Hello, how are you doing? Yeah, if you've got one GPU that can't handle it, I don't know if that's enough to just reset it all and then you need to start again. I assume that's the case. So this is an interesting topic, and I think it's something that I'd like, you know, would be good to do more. It's such a big part of, you know, GPU mining, tweaking your algorithms. This is something that obviously I know you can overclock. I know you can overclock ASIC mining machines and stuff like that as well, but generally everyone just follows the same advice. Whereas GPUs, what's their name? I'll say hello. Oh, I know you don't have to announce that. Obviously, it's a private thing, but if you want me to say hello, I can. That's cute. She's waving back. That's awesome. My friend Kevin, his daughter's like a YouTube junkie, and she was amazed that I uploaded videos to YouTube, because she watches YouTube all day. Right, back to the drawing board. Simone, hi Simone, hi Simone. Thanks for watching. These are the settings that were working okay before. I'll try 75 there, just to be curious. So before I was at about 262 total, about 52 per card. For me, that is really, really good. That's really good, especially compared to what I was getting before I tried the enlargement pool thing. I keep calling it enlargement pool, ETH enlargement pool. It's not a penis enlargement thing. So seems to be fairly stable right off the bat there. I've got one at 53.27. Someone was saying put it to 57. Furman was saying put it to 57. I think that's just asking for it. That's great. Thanks for watching, Simone. So that seemed like right now you can see it's 200. I'm getting about 52 and a half, 53. Hopefully this doesn't kill anything. 57. This is dangerous. I'm scared to touch anything now. So my watts has went down to about 155. I do like low watts. That's amazing. It's still, I was going to say it's amazing. It's still mining at the same rate. It's dropping a little bit now. So went from 262 down to 26. That's not too bad so far. I don't have any rejected shares or anything like that. Seems to be okay. Obviously, though, I need to monitor this, and you know there is a risk that if I keep it on too high a rating, if you know it could crash in the middle of the night, and if that's the case, I'll dial back the settings and I'll keep it, you know, maybe even just a little bit lower in the memory just to keep it more stable. I'd rather it was stable and not have any downtime ever. But I dropped about 3% off the power there. I'm down to about 155 watts ish, and I'm still at 258. So as far as power usage goes, I'm really impressed by what my cards are doing here. My PSUs are 1000 watt Evca T2s. You can see the box behind me actually. Wallace Pela says, oh god, a girl with interview with GMS vlogs. She says in video, memory setting have to be 5994, 5998 to 55 megahash. Do you know what other settings you had to get to, you know, I had to set up to get that? and this is the thing, this is the battle between watts and hash rate, because as you saw just there, I probably dropped about 10 watts there per card, 50 watts off, and I'm only dropping about 4 or 5 mega hashes, and that's quite a good trade-off. Not only one per rig. One per rig. Oh, sorry, I'm lying. The 1000 T2s are one into my main PC. It's been underutilized. I've got 1000 T2s in all my Ethereum rigs. In my 1080 Ti rig, I've got. In fact, I'll show you it. I've got the worst brand ever for my 1080 Ti's. In my defense, I bought this during the shortage when, you know, it was hard to buy GPUs. This is the Colink Continuum 1500 watts. Platinum, of course. It's actually been okay. You know, it's the cables are crap. It doesn't even have a power on or off button. Just little things like that. But it's actually not been too bad. It was £300 at the time. There was Evca ones that were selling for like £450, so I saved myself a little bit of money. But to be honest, at that time there was a PSU shortage, and when they were released, all the UK computing companies were just bumping the prices up. Chaos Apprentice, hey Kev, have your rigs ROI? No. That's the short answer. The long answer is that, you know, a lot of my coins, a lot of my money's invested in speculative coins. And it's one of those things, you know, in hindsight, maybe I could have just mined Ethereum for 7-8 months and I'd be close to my break-even, you know, my ROI date. I don't know. But what I've did is experiment. I've tried new coins with the prices went up and down and all that. How many watts are you drawing off that 1500? I don't actually have an adapter anymore. I used to have a monitor, but I returned it because I didn't have a backlight. But I would have to switch the rig off and put a monitor there to monitor the total watts. I don't know. But you can see from my GPUs that I'm getting about 155, 160 or so per card there. So yeah, it's pretty efficient right now. So as a reminder, guys, this is what I've got it set up right now. 50%, 57% power, 75 plus core clock, and memory clock is plus 770. And on that, I'm getting about 258. It's about 51, 52 per card. For me, at 57% power, that is insanely good in my eyes. And I'm actually happy to call it a day at that. Gary, I found a way to use a single server, 1200 watt server PSU, and it was only £90. Me and my friends did, me and my friend Mark, we looked at server PSUs. What put me off was the fact that I'd be running it in here and they're noisier. So they're a lot noisier in general, I believe, anyway, that they're noisier. So I went for the FCAs. But, you know, if I'm GPU mining for years, I'll get use out of those. And I could always sell them again. Yeah, that's the thing, you know, because in hindsight, you know, this is the thing, though, guys. You can look in hindsight and say that if you knew that the market was going to go the way it did, you would have cashed out every penny as soon as you could. You know, just cashed out money, built out. You know, if, like, for example, you knew that in February the market was starting to go down, you knew that mining profits would start to go down, all you would do is just mine Ethereum or whatever, keep mining the same coin like Ethereum. You know, the price of Ethereum has halved since then, but you could just mine it, cash out, mine it, cash out, mine it, cash out. Keep your money in dollars or pounds. Keep it there and either pay off your rigs or wait until now when there's a lot of good coins down in price, or a month ago, and then just buy all the coins. But it's hindsight. You didn't have that information before. Hi, Legend of Gig. No, it's fine, Richard. To be honest, I can't take credit for that. There's lots of people helping me. Like, Shane was a big help for the starting point there. But as you can see, I'm sitting there at 57% power, plus 75 core, 770 memory, and I'm getting about 257, 258. It goes up and down. So that's about 51, 52 per card. I could put it back up to 60%, and I could have, you know, increase my hash rate. I can go up to, I think if I put it back up to 60%, I'll go up to about 263 total. Excuse me, total. But when I'm doing that as well, I'm adding another 30, 40 watts on. So, and you know, I probably could even drop this down even further if I want to get my efficiency up, but I'm quite happy at that. Yeah, that's a fair point, Gary. If the watts are low, the fans will be pushed low as well. Litecoin Lucky, way off your ROI. I mean, I'm looking at this as a my GPUs as a 2-3 year thing as far as investment goes. I was happy to break even long term. Plus, I'm interested in it. I quite well when it runs okay. I like GPU mining. I like all this kind of thing. I like that. When Windows updates rear their head and all that, it's not so much fun. But yeah, I might do Ethereum on my Hive OS rigs as well on my 1060s, but I don't know. I'll play around with it. My biggest mistake was mining to develop pool of Bitcoin private. Mine's too. Mine's too, if I'm honest. Richard, my biggest mistake was not buying them 1,000 Bitcoin in 2018 for £500. 2010. Ah, okay. Yeah, you'd be a very rich man if you did. So, guys, I'm going to call it quits soon because my throat's getting sore from talking too much. I've been online for like 3.5 hours. Thanks, guys. You've really helped me. I hope you've enjoyed this stream. This has been a lot of fun. And it's really helped me because, you know, so far, I've talked about how at the top of what to mine, all the coins are Ethash. And to be honest, I haven't explored all these coins, Ubic, Pearl, because I hadn't been mining Ethereum. But now that I've got this running, I might start mining Ethereum again, and I might start looking at Metaverse and Pearl and Ubic or some other coins. I'll look at them, I'll see what the projects are like. Ethereum is a very stable coin to mine, in my opinion. It's always one of the top coins to mine and what to mine. So it's a good coin to mine on a daily basis, even if you just want to convert it to Bitcoin. Yeah, I need to get a Discord channel set up. I really do need to get one set up. It was just from a time perspective as well, though, guys, because sometimes if I don't want to talk in Discord for a day or so, then I don't want to. And you know, and it's okay if I don't have my own channel. And it's okay not uploading a video for a day or two, but if you've got people chatting all the time in Discord, it might be a different story. But if I've got a team of moderators, helping me, and you know they're keeping things ticking over, then I don't think that'll be an issue. Yeah, we could do something like that, guys. We could definitely do something like that. I saw someone else suggest that run Windows 7, but because I'm already set up in Windows 10, it would be a pain. But what I might do is give Smoss a chance at one point. I might try Smoss to see what that's like. I don't know how Smoss compares to Hive OS and all that. I did like how Hive OS did have Ethereum, the ETH enlargement pool all built in. Yeah, I covered GPU Union Coin the other week on a live stream. It seems okay. Trade 50% for Tron. I learned a thing or two as well, Lucky. You know, thanks to Shane, Chris, Richard, and a few others. I mean, a lot of you guys have been very helpful, but there's a few of you guys who were sharing your settings and pointing me in the right direction. And I think that's, you know, for GPU tweaking, for changing your settings, that's one of the best things you can do, is just look at what someone else has. Someone's got the same card or a similar card. Look at that and just use it as a starting point as to how you tweak your own cards. You know, I've did a lot of GPU tweaking. I've did a lot of kind of changing settings and all that. But it's still something I don't consider myself a I don't consider myself an expert on. Still something I'm learning about. And the fact is, whenever you change to a different algorithm, a new algorithm, you're starting from scratch, you know. And I saw that with Equihash 1445, where I was dialing down the power and the hash rate wasn't even changing. So every algorithm works differently. Some need memory. Equihash 1445, which I've got my 1060s on, they don't need memory at all. In fact, I've got my memory clock at minus 502 because that algorithm doesn't need memory. So it's just it's one of those things. You know, every algorithm is different. For some of them, Ethereum needs memory. Other algorithms don't. Some of them need you to have the power at high rating. Some of them don't. You've got coins like Lyra 2Z, which run so light. You know, the fans aren't running, the temperatures aren't high. And then you've got other ones. I tried Lyra 2Rev2 and I didn't tweak that algorithm, but out of the box, I felt it was running really hard. So, yeah. Have you lost your iron? I don't use an iron. Who uses an iron for a t-shirt sitting about the house? I hate ironing. The only time I iron is when I'm wearing shirts when I'm going out, when I'm going out for a night out or I'm going to a wedding. Apart from that, I normally just throw a jumper on. I did have a jumper on actually, but I took it off before I sat down just so it was cooler. But yes, I have a crinkled t-shirt. Thanks for pointing out. I've not bought the Acorn. I'm thinking about it actually. What I might do is contact them and ask them what one I would have to buy for my setup. I'm still reading conflicting comments about it though, because a lot of people left comments saying that is a waste of time, that you're not going to get your money back and all that kind of thing. I don't know. There's a lot of misinformation about it. I sent a comment to oh god, it's a girl and someone else who's involved in the project. I can't remember their name. And there were two of them are really busy, but they've asked me to join a live stream. So if I'm in a live stream, I'm going to ask them about it and ask them, you know, about the card. Hopefully we can discuss it. I'd like to tweak it and test it out, even just for my 1080 Ti rig. But at the moment, I think they do. I forget their website up. So, say for example, today we've been mining or testing Ethereum. We've been testing Ethash. And if you look at their table, their cheaper one, so 1080 Ti, 10%. So for $200, to me, that isn't good enough. And it doesn't say whether that's on top of the ETH enlargement pool. Their $330 one, still 10%. So for Ethereum, it doesn't seem worthwhile. It does give you up to 1.76 times with X16R. But it's one of those things, you know, then all of a sudden you're almost forcing yourself to mine a specific algorithm so that you get a return. You know what I mean? Like for like right now, for example, I'm mining Equihash with those ones. But if I had bought an Acorn for that rig, for that particular GPU, I'd be like, well, I'll have to use it for X16R. So I'd have to put one or two of them onto X16R. But what if there's not an X16R coin I want to mine? I know that sounds silly, but I do like the flexibility of just mining whatever coin I want. So the question is, with any kind of investment like that, is do I just buy coins? Do I buy another GPU? Do I buy a used GPU? I've got a couple of spaces on that rig that I showed you, that the one I've got 5 1080 Ti's. I could put another couple of GPUs in there, no problem. So the question is, do I just buy another GPU instead of spending money on an Acorn? And I don't know what the resale value of Acorn would be, but I suspect it's going to be low, not as much as a 1080 Ti. Now, this isn't criticism of the actual product. It's more a criticism of, you know, economics. You know that if you buy this, it's very unlikely you'll be selling it. Well, not selling. You'll be selling it to a very limited market. Whereas if you bought a second-hand GPU, the price has already dropped. Yes, it'll drop some more, but at least you can sell it to gamers. So I might buy one just for testing purposes, but I can see why some people have reservations, because I'd have reservations myself, but I need to learn more about it. There's some conflicting information about it. What coins are you mining right now? Well, as you saw, I was mining Ethereum on my 1080 Ti's. I might continue to do so. I think I will. I'm mining Safecoin on my 1060s. But I'm going to play about some things. I'm tempted to mine Bitcoin Gold. That's a good coin as well. And I'm tempted to maybe try Ethereum. Maybe put my 1060s on Ethereum. We'll see what my hash rate is like. Try it out, see what it's like. Yeah, Zencash will be through the roof because of those ASIC miners. GPU Hoarder, I spoke to him. He was very busy the other day and apologised about that. He said, we'll speak soon. So I do want to speak to them about it. I'm thinking out loud. I don't know enough about what these Acorn M2 drives what they can do and what they can't do well. As I said, it's okay saying that, well, you can get 1.78 or 2 times your hash rate. That's great, especially on some of the lower cards like a 1060 or something like that. But then you're almost forcing yourself to mine a specific algorithm, so I don't know. The other thing is, do you buy an Acorn or do you put the money to an ASIC miner? I'm not saying you do that, but it's another option. Another option, buy a used AMD card, buy a used NVIDIA card. There's some good prices going about just now. If you starve for power and space, it makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I do understand. I mean, I still don't understand why they're going with this cloud mining thing. I do still have reservations about tying myself into a 3-year contract and all that. It's interesting. I want to have an open mind about it, because I think when someone first introduced it, I was like, cloud mining, I don't agree with that. I think I called it a scam, or said it looked like a scam. But I need to have an open mind about it and look more at it and what people are saying. Ubik is $50 per day. Well, it's not that just now. For me just now, it's saying $22 per day, and it's saying Ethereum is $25 per day. I mean, all-time high of Ethereum was over $1,000. So if you use that logic, then you would mine Ethereum. But yeah, right now it probably is the best time to buy coins as well. So I'm going to call it quits at that, guys. Thanks for watching, guys. Just as a reminder of what I was doing there, I've got my hash rate up at around 51, 52 per card. And that is, for reference, with this GPU, with my upside down GeForce Strix OC 1080 Ti, if you can see it there, beyond all the windows, with this card, and at 57% power, 75 plus 75 core clock, plus 770 memory clock, and with the ETH enlargement pool, the old penis enlargement pool, with that you will get, I'm getting 51, 52. So I never got there on my own, guys. Thanks to everyone who's sharing settings, sharing tips, telling me more about how Ethereum works. It's been several months since I've mined Ethereum. At the time, I was looking at tutorials and looking at all these different different settings and different tables showing you what the best setup was for Ethereum. But I think I'm very close to my optimal settings for my rig. I'm actually probably too close to it. There's a good chance that will crash at one point, knowing Windows. Deadman walking to Windows 10 mining tweak. GitHub increases hash rate with the enlargement pool. Right. Okay, that's something else I have to look at as well. So, guys, if I don't speak to you in a live stream tomorrow, many thanks for watching today, and have a fantastic weekend. Thanks again for all your help. I hope you guys have found this useful. It's been a long stream, but out of it, I am getting well, I've got an optimal Ethereum settings now. So I'm now going to mine Ethereum, and I might start investigating some other 8hash coins that I've not looked at over the last few months. Many thanks, guys. It's been an absolute blast. Gary, I will think about the Discord channel. That is something I need to have a think about. Add some moderators like yourself, just to avoid the spammers and things like that. But it would be good to have a community with you guys, and we can chat about things when I'm not doing a live stream. So all the best, guys. Please click the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. And I think you need to hit the bell icon so that you're notified of new streams. I'll do another live stream soon in the future, guys. It's been a blast. All the best, guys. Have a fantastic weekend. Thanks for all the love and thanks for all the tips. Till next time, guys. Take care of yourselves.